Hello, it's me. Guys, something incredible has happened. I can talk without pain today for the first time in like a week. Oh, man. Let me tell you, it's been a week, bro.
I am learning magic tricks and I did a trick where I turned an entire pack of cards into Deltarune themed ones. Most people were just mesmerized by the deck swap, but I knew you'd appreciate the pristine choice of theming.
That's what we like to say.
16 months. Got wisdom teeth surgery a couple days ago and I'm still in recovery, so I'm glad to be here. Have a good stream, Shay. Shay love. Hi Shay. You're wonderful and amazing and I hope you remember that.
Oh, thank you,
Shay
Marcy. I
love.
appreciate that. Yeah, thank you for the 43. You too. Yo, Amity, thank you for the 16. Appreciate you. Asses aren't gendered. Thank you for the 4 months as well. Let's see. Wisdom teeth surgery. I hope that went well for you. As far as I'm aware, I don't need to get mine removed. 3 of the 4 have grown in. The only one... This one. I suppose that's my top right. Is finally starting to come in.
I think if I read Homestuck back when I was a teenager, I'm not sure who would have cracked my egg first, Vriska or Nepeta. Fuck my stupid kitty cat life. You are an Undertale fan. I am forbidding you from reading letters, words or any sensible combination of parts of speech or grammatical categories.
Yo. Essian, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate you. Squid, also thank you for the 5 months. And, oh, shit. Whoa, yo, Anonymous, thank you for the 10 gifted. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much, whoever that was. If you are not subscribed to the channel and you did not receive a gift sub, you are legally required to type dodged in the chat. Ah. I'm glad that one bit has managed to, like, span multiple eras of my stream. Man, that reminds me, a long time ago, I used to have, like, a resub message because I saw Hectic doing it and I copied it. I don't do that anymore. Remember every single time somebody subscribed, for those of you who are here, I used to be like, yo!
Hi Shay, I am glad you are able to speak again.
Me too. It was like, what was it? Enjoy your badge, emotes, and notoriety, I think it was. Yeah, that sounds right. God, I haven't done that in years. But yeah, my wisdom teeth are actually all, which one? Top right still coming in. Top left is completely in. The bottom ones I might have to get surgery on. We'll see. It depends on whether or not they displace gum in their way.
Wowie wowza. 88 months. That's like 7.3333333333333 years. Big shout out to my credit card statement for reminding me to check out the stream every month. Couldn't do it without you.
Yo, Sam, thank you for the 88 months. Oh my goodness, that's so many months.
Jokes on that guy recovering from wisdom teeth stuff. I don't have any and I never will. Skillis you really.
Lucky
Shay
you.
Chad.
Yo, Bodzio, also thank you for the gift sub. And Dr. Sushi, thank you for the 6 months as well. And also, Random, thank you for the gift sub.
I may or may not be able to read, for I both am and am not an Undertale fan.
Oh, Schrodinger's Undertale fan, my favorite. Why did I just now unlock the 4-year-old memory of me subscribing for the first time right after you made a World Takeover Fun joke? Was that in a YouTube video? Oh god, was that the outro to the... I put that in the outro to one of my old YouTube videos. Where the bit... I didn't have an outro yet, so the bit was like that it faded and then the voice got all muffled. Ah, okay, sorry. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a good week. So, for you VOD watchers, or those of you who are in my Discord server and were wondering, Shay, where the heck were you on Thursday and Saturday? So, are you familiar with what a canker sore is? It's a type of sore you can get on the inside of your mouth. Some people don't get them, and some people do. I am one of those people. It responds to, you know, it's caused by a myriad of different things that we're not specifically sure on yet. Could be stress, could be you injured your mouth somehow. Either way, one of them spawned for me. Now, you know, you open your teeth, you know, you've got your upper and lower set of teeth, and then at the back of your mouth, between the two molars, are like the jaw part that connects the two. It was right in the middle of that. So every single time I fucking moved my mouth, it burned like nobody's business. So that is why I did not stream much last week, because it really fucking hurt to talk. I can actually still feel it slightly, like rubbing against my tongue, but it doesn't hurt anymore, so. Oh, also, I couldn't eat regular people food for a week. That sucked. I celebrated yesterday and had some fried chicken. For the first time, I actually got to eat real human food. I'd been eating Uncrustables all fucking week because the act of opening my mouth hurt. I had an exposed nerve on a molar. Ooh. Ah. Those are super sensitive, too. She had to eat frog food. Yeah, I really had to get in touch with my Therian side. No mashed taters? I don't have any potatoes here to cook. Besides, that's for Thanksgiving, silly. I spent my entire weekend being sick, both physically and at Deltarune. Yeah, congrats on your run, by the way. Woofle was in the Games Done Queer event, which was pretty cool. It was fun to watch that.
Homing and stucking like being stuck at home and stuck home with stuck homie home stuck. What the fuck even is this message anyways? Hi there, bestie.
Yeah, see. Thank you for the 43. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good one, Tundra. It's good to see you. I had to constantly have anti-inflammatory meds and even steroids just to breathe. Have no clue what it was. The ER doctors didn't know. Well, I think I missed the first message you sent. I had some sort of unknown throat infection. Yeah, for some reason, whenever I get sick, even if it's just like a small cold, that motherfucker goes after my throat like nobody's business. Like, I'll get like the most minor sniffles and I'll sound like fucking Batman. Hey, guys. I'm gonna go make dinner to eat while I read Homestuck while watching you read Homestuck. Bang. Car cat voice taking over? No, my car cat voice is just, this. I'm just really angry and loud. I mean, God. Have you guys even seen how fucking disgusting the state of this shit is? I mean, it's fucking unbelievable. Angry Ben Shapiro. Really, it's just my voice with a slight crunch on it. Like, I just do a slight little, like, I just move it slightly back in my mouth, and that's all. This is all the car cat voice is. And then I speak loudly. You know what else I haven't been able to have all week? Soda. Oh, that's so good. I missed you. Oh, my God. I never thought I could miss the taste of Mountain Dew this much. All I've been able to have is water. The other night I was watching football with friends of mine, and I was like, I'm gonna test if I can have alcohol. So I took one sip of beer. I was like, nope, can't have alcohol. One little droplet of that touched the sword. It's like, ah! That game was crazy. Listen, I think being a Jacksonville Jaguars fan is going to, like, lower my life expectancy a little bit. Because, like, dog. I think I experienced a heart attack maybe 4 fucking times during that goddamn game, man. Ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm a Dolphins fan. What life expectancy reduction are you getting? You're just sad. It's not like you ever are close in any of your games. It's not like you have, like, heart-pounding moments. You're just resigned to mediocrity.
How much home could a Homestuck stuck if a Homestuck was stuck at home? Keep watching to home the stuck and stuck the home.
Yeah, random, thank you for the 600 bits. Did Zoran win yet? I haven't been keeping up. Is election night over yet, or is that going to end at midnight? Yo, Queen Kami, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Polls close at 7 p.m. Please let him win. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't. He was front running in every single, like, preliminary. Listen, we are gathered here today to celebrate the fall of Andrew Cuomo. Fuck that guy. Yo, what's up, Chris? 60%, I'm calling it now. I'm gonna say, you know what percentage I'm gonna give him? Is that how you do this? The 67 thing? I don't know. Dude, it's everywhere. It's crazy. I didn't realize just how widespread this was until I saw fucking kids on Halloween were doing it. It's on TV. It's on NFL games. I mean, it's fucking everywhere. My mom asked me what it meant. It's just damn Daniel over. No, I think it has more widespread appeal. It reminds me of, like, Gangnam Style. I will never forget sitting down at a Thanksgiving dinner with my parents and my family, my extended family, and them asking me to explain what Gangnam Style was. And I had to stand up and do the fucking, hey. Gangnam Style. Yeah, that's what I said, right? Did I say the Gangnam Style? I don't know. Gangnam Style. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. This is a good song. Low key. Yes, it was. I thought that shit's a banger. "2012 was 13 years ago. Yep. But hey, I have that core memory locked in. It's my fucking, I think it was my aunt asking me what it was. And I had to demonstrate. Nowadays, people still ask me, like, what are all these jokes? What do they mean? And I still have to explain them because, you know, I've got my pulse on pop culture or whatever, even though I don't. I'm starting to feel like a boomer the way that that everything's getting away from me. Oh, so you speak street? Never say that again.
Hey.
Fuck, ping me.
So, how's it going?
Huh?
Sadly, username's changing. Being called Des doesn't feel right. Don't be a stranger, be a friend.
A friend?
Find her. Find her. Find her.
Okay, I actually was looking away, checking something, so I legit didn't see the slashes. You got me with that. Yo, Des, thank you for the 6 months. Or, I guess, whatever you're going to change your name into. Oh my god. I just got a DM from a friend of mine showing a shirt they saw at work. God. Yo, Chaos Set, thank you for the gift sub to find her. It's hell? Yes, it is. Yes, it was Saffron sent it to me. It's a fucking Santa Claus says 6'7" shirt, and I'm just like, oh yeah, speaking of which, it's November now, so it's officially time to start making, well, this is my first, I think it's my first stream in November, so, we have a tradition. Where is it? Very, very, very important. The unenlightened masses, they cannot make the judgment call. Give up free will forever. This fucking mashup is unbelievable. It's like a top 1 mashup of all time. The fucking collective consciousness, all I want for Christmas mashup. It's so stupid. Like, it's unbelievable how well it works. It should not work that well. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get up the lo-fi. So yes, that was the saga of my mouth sore, making it like impossible to stream. So if you on the VODs channel are watching, like, hey Shay, I noticed you haven't streamed in a bit. That's why. Actually, I think the VODs channel only got 1 upload this week, because I didn't upload the Balatro thing, and I'm thinking of deleting that VOD because it's a little embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. And then Thursday, I didn't stream. Friday, I streamed the Earthbound thing, and that's going to be on the main channel. And then Saturday, I didn't stream, so. Your hair looks nice today. Thank you. I was blowing in the wind earlier. I took a drive out to the grocery store earlier. And I had my, I do have a convertible, so I had the top down, and I was, it's like 59 degrees out right now. Clear skies. Oh my god, it's magnificent. I'm like, fall weather. I forgot, I didn't know what this was like, of having been in Florida prison my entire life. You have a convertible? I do. I own a convertible, yes. It was something I specifically sought out when I got a car, because I knew I was going to be in an area with nice weather. So I was like, let's get a fucking convertible. Why not? Especially if I ever go up and drive up in the mountains at all, I can have that down and have the nice cool air. It'd be nice. Lamau, you can drive, weirdo. I know, right? me and being American, yeah. Caw! Does your convertible become Bumblebee or Optimus Prime? Well, my previous car was a Camaro, so I guess that's Bumblebee. Because there was literally a Camaro in the Transformers movie. It was like a big deal. It was the revival of that car. Mine was red, though. It was not yellow. I can't drive. Can you drive me around? Sure. Hi, Curb. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I posted pictures of that. I actually have a new car since then, but I haven't posted that one publicly yet. Why wasn't it red and yellow? My car does not ship cocoa powder. I'm so sorry. What are your favorite Homestuck ships so far? Oh, God. Do I have to answer that question? Is that like a requirement? Yo, Gray, thank you for the 32.
Wow, 32 months. Insane.
Also, yo, Fish earlier, thank you for the Prime. Fish! I guess it's Homestuck, right? Am I, like, legally required to have, like, a ship? I normally stay out of ship discourse, because if I say I like a ship, then, like, at least 5 people on Twitter will say, I made Lofi Lia! And all that, so... Well, keep in mind, I don't have full context for the entire comic yet, but so far, I like Dave and Terezi's dynamic. I think it's pretty cute. And then, like, I don't like ship Vriska and John in like a romantic way. I think they just interact well together. Like they're just good. Like I see them as like the kind of friends they need for each other, you know? They balance each other out a bit. Because Vriska over there doesn't know what it's like to have a person who actually like shows genuine care despite everything, despite her appearance. You know, she's only known people being scared of her and such, and you know, you can get that kind of insecurity from that. Yo, Asriel, thank you for the tier 1. That's the definition of moral allegiance? Yeah, I guess it is. I suppose that's a troll ship, isn't it? She does that to herself? Well, yeah. I mean, look, she's a kid. Look, listen. Having been an autistic kid at one point in my life, it's very, very easy to allow negative perceptions of yourself dominate how you act. I remember when I was like in middle school and early high school, I didn't give a shit about how I looked at all because I just like self-internalized that nobody like that I would be like alone for my entire life. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but like I did. I used to be an autistic kid, then I became several autistic people. Well, good for you. I didn't do that, but I did become an autistic adult. I have no clue how I was not diagnosed when I was a kid. I'm not gonna lie. The signs were maybe a little obvious. But then again, there was a whole thing where I didn't like, I fought tooth and nail not to have that diagnosis because my pride or whatever. Yeah, I've had to spend a whole lifetime getting over that. I'm not gonna lie though, watching Breaking Bad was like kind of fucked up because I'm looking at all these decisions Walter is making because of his ego or whatever, and I'm just like, it's like, oh no. It's like, fuck, why do I find aspects of this character relatable? Which I guess is the point, right? He's written in a way that is like semi-relatable to a lot of people because we all have like darker traits that we don't like about ourselves. Man, God, that show is written so fucking well. It's crazy that there are people out there that have reduced it to this alpha male role model shit. That's crazy to me. That there's like actually a group of people like dedicated to thinking that like he's like this role model. I still need to continue. I got too upset at it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it depicts a broken family just a little bit too well. It's uncomfortable at times, but you know when a piece of media is so well written that it gets you uncomfortable in that kind of way, you're like, damn. Damn. They acted their ass off, bro. All right. Homestuck, reveal yourself. Roses are red, violets are blue. Make them a member of the midnight crew. Bomb. All right, so last time, John got a tiny hammer. Remember that? I also got the bunny back, named after Liv Tyler. A hammer of justice, if you will. Shay, that was kind of out of tune. I'll respect your efforts. I've listened to Black literally one time. Come on, at least I got the rhythm right. I don't fucking know the... I don't know the song. I can't hum it off the top of my head. I've only heard it once. You did not check it again? Okay, you know what? Just for you. Homestuck Black. Oh, okay. It's kind of like, make them a member of the midnight crew. Yeah. Closer? Yeah, something like that. Ba 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 ba. It's such a good song, but I'm not gonna lie. I think that was one of my least favorite shorts in the comic. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's a fan favorite, but like it was maybe a little bit too fast. I was like, whoa. It's kind of hard to keep track of everything. It's like, whoa, slow down for a minute. I've liked the more recent shorts because they have like better pacing, I feel like. There is such a thing as going too fast. Don't ask Game Freak about that. They don't know what that means. But, yo, what's up, Evie? Hope you're doing well. They don't slow down, but they do. They've literally gotten slower since that point. Pokemon fans in shambles. Hi, Swift. Listen, you know me. I'm up to shit talk Generation 4 any day of the week. I agree with you, though. I agree with you on everything. The fuck did Gen 4 do to you? I had to watch a Blissy's HP bar go down once. Platinum's pretty good, though. With a fast forward button, anyway. Platinum's really good. That shit's elite with a fast forward button. On original hardware? Whew. We have an ad, so I'm going to wait until after the ad to actually get into reading this proper. So all of you VOD watcher timestamp people, get ready. It's going to come up in the next minute and 30 seconds. But, like, I think a lot of people, like, their opinions on older Pokemon games, maybe, like, people who are younger than me who didn't grow up with them, are influenced by the fact that they played them on emulators with fast-forward buttons. So maybe they don't actually, like, know that there was pacing issues. Maybe, like, discourse about whether or not, you know, the games are too fast or too slow have been influenced by people playing with fast forward. And now, granted, I don't blame you. When I played Emerald again, I played it with fast forward. I'll fucking admit it. Absolutely. You kidding me? Really, the game's probably... If they actually do an official, like, remaster compilation, I would expect a fast forward button. There should be one. Because I'm going to be real. Some of those HP drain animations take way too fucking long. I grew up with Platinum on OG hardware. Me too. And I played the shit out of that game when I was a kid. But I never really liked Diamond and Pearl that much. They had too many issues, even when I was a kid. Yeah, also, I guess when you're younger and you play a game, you might not notice the flaws. You gotta, you know, I recommend going back to your childhood games as an adult and, like, give them another spin and, you know, really give them an analytical, like, think about why you like the game as much as you do. I've been doing that for a lot of Sonic games, going back and being like, you know, I can see the flaws much clearer now as an adult gamer with a refined palate. I still know exactly what it is I love about these games, though. All right, the ads are over. It's time to finally read. Wait, what is this? Miss Tyler is handing you a note. Read the note. All right, here we go. John, one more thing. And this is jade, except it's the darker green jade, which I believe would be... So is the implication this note is written by the pen pal, yeah. It was a pen pal that Jade mentioned, or future Jade mentioned that we haven't met yet. John, one more thing. This rabbit, I'm sure you've noticed, is armed to the stitches. He's got all 4 of the funny little weapons I mentioned that are all as deadly as the fucking Dickens. But that doesn't mean they are exclusively for the paws of Mr. Terry Kaiser. That is the name I call him. Heck no. You see, I adapted Terry with some doodads that you may deem practical. An infinite simulator, which I used to littlefy them down in the first place, as well as a monstrositifier for when you would like to hugging them up and wield them yourself. He surely got enough juice in him to make them enormous if you wish. But that's silly. What would you even do with, say, a magic needle the size of a skyscraper, for instance? Preposterous. Oh, Huygen. Yeah, I see now, chat. Thank you. I borrowed this technology from my grandmother, who had quite the way with manipulating space. Legend tells she was something of a witch with the stuff. Once, she was a brave hero like you and I, John, and the stars themselves twinkled in her cauldron. I would like to tell you who my grandmother is, I really would, but I can't. I think I have trouble keeping secrets. I like to be honest, just like you, and a lot of secrecy after a while gets me feeling a bit jaded. Green means grow, red means shrink. See you soon, pal. So, this is Jade's grandchild. Wait, but isn't that... Oh, God, this timeline shit is confusing. Grandmother, you wonder who that could be? It's probably just Jade. What, with all the time shenanigans? Huygen the Hammer. Oh, yeah. No. Bigger. I need it larger. There you go. That's better. Warhammer of Zillihu costs 1 zillion. You got the Warhammer of Zillihu. Oh, we have a sound. Behold the glory. What? Huh? Damn. John has a good singing voice. Holy fuck. Oh, so this is why Michael Guy Bowman has the voice of John Egbert in his Twitter bio. Okay, now it all makes sense. Oh, that's great. You know, he actually talked to me. We talked for a little bit, me and him. I emailed him about some of the issues I was having with Content ID on his songs, and he released all the content ID holds. We actually talked for a little bit. He's like, I'm glad you're enjoying the comic. So that was cool. Sick move from him, by the way. Love it when people are easy to contact and easy to work with. In Materia's defense, they are easy to contact. Easy to work with? Usually. Sometimes not as much. Just make sure you're well rested. All right. I will say, some of Sebastian's tweets lately are fucking hilarious. Like, I look through that every once in a while. That shit's a gold mine, man. Fucking... Shay, we can be bees? Oh, finally. Fucking... Wanna touch paws is crazy. They're really funny tweets. I'm not gonna lie. Like, do yourself a favor sometime and just, like, go to Sebastian Wolf's Twitter account, hit replies, and just scroll through and just, like, witness. I'm not gonna lie. This shit's really funny. It's, I gotta hand it to him. They're really funny tweets. Maybe he's finally figuring it out. You are so delighted by your rad new hammer and the cool hugening abilities of Liv Tyler or Terry Kaiser or whatever his/her name is. Who the hell is Terry Kaiser anyway? Probably a movie star from the future. Who cares though? Your bunny will be Liv for life. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Okay, John, relax. You wonder what other neat things you can get Liv to monstrositify with her new sweet I-beams. Monstrositify is a weird word. I would have gravitated towards monstrosify myself, but wait, what happened to her green eye, and why is she feverishly gesticulating towards the fellow in the ghost sheets? This is so ridiculous. You cannot turn your back on these people that admire a beautiful hammer for even a single moment. You think that's enough fooling around? It is time to get back down to business again. Did WV fucking eat the eye? Oh my god. Or just a... Shay, are you a furry? No, I am not. The serious business of being an important and heroic leader. Wear the hood. Be the leader. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this. This is tremendous aura gain right here. Look. Aura 0, aura 100. Look at this. Maximum aura gain. Wait, this panel's hard as fuck, dude. He even, look at it, he even has like the white flashing glasses like an anime character. Wait a minute, he's got crazy aura. I love it. Bro's out here like fucking Weevil. You are not their leader, you are their friend. There is a big difference. You're their what? You prepare to issue your party a highly authoritative series of friendly requests. First, you request that everyone settle down. The squat fellow mediates between the two bickering parties and patches up Liv's missing eye. She is nothing if not accustomed to decades of repair work and quickly... Mountain Dew. And quickly resumes her plucky demeanor. Don't call us plucky. We don't know what it means. Oh. Holy shit, he just summoned that shit. You then, in your most leaderly way, ask Liv to pilot that enormous battleship. She will now be known as Captain Tyler. John's just like, ship. I fucking love the mayor. Yo, what's up, Jade? She littlefies the ship down to something more manageable for a small bunny captain. Everyone is impressed. You give your wallet to your loyal chauffeur familiar. He looks puzzled. You inform the party that you will not be going on this journey. You must remain behind and continue looking for your father. But you insist their mission is the most critical of all. You know they can handle it. You believe in them. You instruct Captain Tyler to set a course for the ship's home. They must fly to Durst and deliver the tumor to the moon. Everyone salutes their intrepid friend leader. This is what teamwork's all about. And this guy, you guess this guy can go along and help out? Hey, who even is this guy anyway? You guess it doesn't matter. He seems nice enough. Yep, he seems nice enough. Clueless. So, like, this is Jack, right? I already have a feeling this is We'll see what he turns into. But he's totally harmless. Look at him. He's so rotund. He seems nice enough. Bid farewell. Godspeed, heroes. You have faith in the world that they will all be successful.
Do not ask me why I'm here during a Homestuck stream.
Why are you here during a Homestuck stream? Yo, Issue, thank you for the 60 months. You have all the faith in the world that they will all be successful. As a friend leader, or sometimes known as a pal honcho, you have done an amazing job. You have come up with a plan and politely request-ordered your loyal team to execute it. It is all falling into place perfectly. You are quite sure that you have not failed to account for even a single thing. All right, Jade started talking to John. John, I'm pretty worried about Rose. I'm pretty sure she's on her way there to look for Jack. I can't say for sure because I can't see her with my goggles anymore for some reason, but I am fearing the worst. Just in case, you should try to intercept her before she does something stupid like try and fight him. Also, I guess you probably still don't know about your dad yet, do you? Darn, why do I always have to be the one to break terrible news? John? Oh God, please don't tell me your computer was in the wallet you just gave that guy. Duh! Derp, 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 derpity, derp, 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 derpity, derp, 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 derp. He's so stupid. I love him. No thoughts behind that fucking face. No thoughts. Head empty. Damn it, John. One of these days you will learn the value of having plenty of backup computers. Hussy and his running jokes. In fact, whenever you finally leave the battlefield, I am going to give you the code for a nice pair of lunch muffs. And then I'm going to force you to keep them on your head at all times. Yeah, you're never going to read this, are you? Huh? Meanwhile, the Rose subplot. Something is happening on the other side of the planet. Something ominous. Something grimdark. You are so glad that grimdark is a real word, so that when things like this happen, they may just be described as such. Maybe your dad's over there. You believe you will be investigated. You need at least 5 computers at all times. How many computers do I have in my room? Let's see. I have my main computer. Now, technically, both of the monitors are computers. They have chips inside of them that do processing, if we want to be pedantic. I have my cellular device. I have my Switch 2 over here. So that's 3, at least 3, if you're not counting the monitors. I guess you could count the piano. It has a board in it that's doing all the logical processing. And, you know, my box full of like 20 consoles that I haven't set up yet. I need to get like a display shelf. I'm thinking right here in the middle. But I also think I might put them out in the main room and have them like on big display. Can your piano run Doom? My piano can play Doom. Like I can sit there and go Let me allow that post, Aspie. Factory. Yeah, automod caught factory reset. That's really funny. Approach the grim darkness. Ooh, I like that one. That one goes cool. Low-key, can we get Hussy to, like, storyboard the Homestuck pilot? Like, legit, these are quality storyboards. I really like the framing of a lot of these shots. It's really... Like, it's interesting, because, like... The framing of this scene almost kind of follows, like, the thirds rule, where, like, you would divide the panel into 3. And, like, the castle kind of, like, occupies that left third, but John isn't quite where you would expect him to be, but it kind of, like, gives this sense of unease. It's really cool. It's good shot composition. It's unique. Arachnid's grip began trolling a tentacle therapist. Oh, that you got the wrong person there, Vriska.
John, you're headed into the blackout, so I won't be able to see you until you leave. But don't worry, I can still sense that you're there. Because of my awesome powers, remember? Smooth move ditching your computer like that, by the way. That was some incredible leadership you showed. Now I have to contact you through Rose, thus exposing me to the risk of actually having to talk to her. Your carelessness has put the Heroes of Light in a very awkward...
Heroes of Light? Whoa, what game is this?
In a very awkward position, John. I hope you're satisfied. Just kidding. She's obviously a little too preoccupied at the moment to be sassing me. Just borrow her computer and talk to me when you get the chance, okay? I'll be waiting.
The Warriors of Light. What is this, Final Fantasy? Yeah. All right, here we go. Descend. Hold on, make sure I don't have an ad running. All right, let's do this. Descend. Black Rose, Green Sun. Woo. All right. Aura? Dude, she's so cool. Huh. Oh, wait, this is a play short? Use arrow keys and spacebar to interact. Go away, John. All right, I didn't know this was a, first of all, cool sprite. There is no sign of Jack up here. It must be somewhere in the castle. Damn, no reaction to the mom, huh? All right, in we go. Oh fuck, where's Sans, bro? Is he gonna show up? That guy's dead. You've been busy, huh? It really does look like that area. Dude, this music goes crazy. It's got like Chrono Trigger vibes. Feels like I'm going down into the Ocean Palace. The series of banners is titled, They Wait. They wait for he who would extinguish candles whilst fanning a fire. They wait for she who would thaw solid flesh and resolve it into a dew. They wait for she who would breed lilacs out of the dead land. They wait for he who would drop it like it's hot while the pimp's in the crib. Gee, I wonder who that could be. You got a trophy. Oh, man, yikes. Ah! He's too frightened to speak. It seems to be indicating that the only reason he survived this massacre was hiding behind this pillar. Thank goodness for pillars. Sifrin's speech bubble. You got a trophy. Oh, that's Dave Bro's glasses. Advanced frog breeding for beginners, difficulty level extreme for idiots. A foot soldier's guide to combat. Most of the diagrams in this book involve a soldier advancing by a single tile, either straight ahead or diagonally while lunging with a weapon. No wonder these guys are so easy to kill. Chest joke! Yeah! But there's one who moves in the shape of an L. The Knight. The Roaring Knight. The game is won or lost in the shadow of the Knight's hand. This is a book on theoretical physics and complex spatial geometries based on the hypothetical addition of orbs to the Queen's Ring. The shapes in the diagrams are very complex. This sort of nonsense is regarded as crack pottery at best. Never heard that. I've heard crackpot before, but I didn't know there was crack pottery. I didn't know there was a word. Why would the Queen ever wear more than 4 orbs? 4 towers, 4 orbs, 4 heroes. This is sacred truth. Journey to the center of the battlefield. Looks to be a fairy tale for youngsters. The hero is a dashing young man in a blue hood. He heals the planet from within, but can do nothing to stop its annihilation from above, nor its soon-to-follow eradication from reality. It must be sad growing up in a culture whose mythology is centered around almost completely around futility. Sisyphus. You find an ancient unlabeled tome and read an excerpt. Yo, Sifrin, thank you for the 10 months, appreciate you. Though we adore him, we shall never enjoy his beauteous croak. We spill our blood on acres of black and white so that they may cross the yellow yard. At last, in Skya's reflection through broken glass, he may find the pond in which he is meant to squat. It bears an inscription, Our Glorious Speaker. His head was lopped clean off, some sort of sharp, sword-like object. Someone around here sure must hate frogs. You wonder who it could be. It's probably Jack. The stairs are blocked. You supposed you could easily remove the obstacle, but that would spoil a perfectly good opportunity to look for secret passages. Examine the bookshelf. Oh. Her hands are in,
10 months. That's like more than 9 months, I think.
Why was that so delayed? This is erotic fan fiction written about the queen in first person. It doesn't belong in this library. This doesn't belong anywhere. Examine bookshelf. More books! You really have better things to do than read a lot of books written by chess guys. Books, books, books. Data structures for assholes 2. Now written to accommodate the shortcomings of the movements. Wow! Yo, cannot be saying that. You got a trophy? Oh, man. Grimoire for summoning the zoologically dubious. This is apparently on loan from the Dursite Library. It seems unlikely to be returned at this point. You think you know what you might find on this shelf? Just a hunch. Yep, more books. Rise of the Slayer, a horror story meant to scare children. Writers of Prospidian fiction tend to write what they see in clouds, hence their fables tend to be events which simply haven't happened yet or happened in another realm. They like to use the word fiction so kids don't get too scared. Problem Sooth. You've been meaning to read this one. Absolutely required reading for any promising young seer who has blundered into entanglement with the occult through an absurd sequence of events. You got a flaming meteor chunk. This isn't even treasure. How is this treasure? She's apparently swooning over a hero of lore shared by the two kingdoms. A great man who united opposing sides against his tyrannical king. The revolt ended in tragedy, of course, which is typical for their folk tales, but it is no less inspiring. You got the banner of the villain. You suddenly feel inspired in a generally rebellious, united sort of way. He seems to be relieved that he and a handful of fellow soldiers have found a secret hideaway to escape the bloody rampage. Maybe if they regroup and marshal all their remaining forces, they can take this guy. Yeah, right. She is all aflutter about a legendary hero. Some guy who is weary of war, apparently. A simple farmer, handsome and brave. You think you're beginning to fall in love with him, too. She looks scared and confused. There is nothing left to do but hide. This fellow is mourning the dead. He has probably lost many friends today. First, he was frightened when you barged in here, and then briefly excited, and now disappointed. He must have thought you were the great Dark Kingdom's defector, come to save them. Alas, it was only a spooky girl with magic wands. It is a holy parchment. Maimed clown, undead cat, impaled crow, omnipotent dog. These 4 shall be held in reverence for the eternity they serve to cut short. You're sick of reading. Gotta find Jack. Examine the slain beast. You've never seen anything so sad in your entire life. A beautiful, muscular man stallion, struck down in his prime. What monster could be responsible for this deed? Hint, it was Jack. All right, we have an ad real fast, so I'm gonna quickly go run and grab a drink while the ad runs, and then we'll be right back. Oh god, the racial slurs that comes on screen while idling. Yeah, shut up. This music gives me Undertale vibes. Reminds me of, yeah, I said Ocean Palace already, right? I found out with this group of people that everything is Chrono Trigger if you go down deep enough. It's the same thing with Toby Fox, too. If you go deep enough, it's Chrono Trigger. Or like Secret of Mana, or like Brandish or something. Get my NB blanket back out. It's the same for SNES RPGs. To be fair, Chrono Trigger could be released literally right now. Transportalize. Something's blocking it from the other side. Why is it all in lowercase? Why would fucking Sans read that? Did Sans write that shit, bro? Oh, something's blocking it from the other side. Oh. Oh, there he is. Open the curtains. Open the curtains. All right, Jack's gonna be standing behind one of these. Oh, now we're blue. Foreshadowing. Oh, they represent the different acts. Oh, yeah, I could see that. The curtains were, in fact, blue. Why were they blue? They're blue for an amazing reason. Hold on, what was... Anything else in this room? Oh, what the heck? Yeah, wait, it's the big record disc. What's this doing here? Green! They're green for an amazing reason. Oh. More footsteps. Hi, Rose. Wow, I did not expect to find you here. What? Also, why are you all gray like that? You look weird. John? Buddy. John, you can't just say that. Rose, I can't understand a word you're saying. It is a lot like silly speaking. Gobbledygook. Wait, I know what's going on here. It finally happened. You have gone grimdark. I told you, Rose. I warned you about, what did you call them? The bloodfester throws? It's okay, Rose. Don't worry. We'll find a cure for your stubborn throws. But I'm still trying to find our parents. I thought my dad might have come to this castle to check out that huge black rain cloud. Did you see the cloud, Rose? It's pretty awesome. What? You sound kind of upset. What is it, Rose? Wait, are you talking about our parents? Oh, man. You mean they're here? Are you saying they're in trouble? Oh, no, Rose, we have to help them. What's that? Little Timmy fell down the well? Yes, I'm frustrated too, but there's no time for such lamentations. Do you think you can find them again? Shrugot, I don't think. Is that a slur? Great, I can't wait to see my dad. bro. Why are you trying not to laugh? Feels like it's been forever since I saw him. Please lead the way, Rose. Remove the idol. Oh, the transportalizer. And there's a door back there. Where does this go? Oh, this goes back. Oh, there's new footsteps, so. They make such a cute couple. The king and queen are pretty nice, too. Heh. This is where John came from. No use backtracking now. Gotta take him to see mom and dad. Boom. Oh no. Oh no, Rose, what happened in here? Here's your fruit. Was it Jack? Are you saying it was Jack, Rose? Rose, you can just use... Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. You can just... Mm-hmm. You can just nod. It's not that difficult. She's a little stupid. She don't got internet. Fair enough. What's that, Rose? Are you getting aggravated that I'm talking to you like you're a dog? That's a really nice pillow, by the way. It goes well. By the way, these portraits are really well drawn. I'm not gonna lie. These are great. You're welcome. Oh, did he really go out of the way to kill this guy? No, man! Look at fucking Jack, bro. Look, he literally went out of his way to go to the right and kill this guy. Also, he cut down the tapestries. Ripped to shreds. All but one for some reason. Who could have possibly... It was Jack, stupid. I wonder why Jade's is still there. That's a steaming hunk of foreshadowing. Well, we already know that Jack struggles to kill Jade specifically, so. Good dog. Best friend. Good dog. By the way, did you know that Carcat thinks we're supposed to get married? Wait, hope that didn't come off as a proposal or anything. Sorry, I'm just making conversation. I guess I'm a little nervous. Because technically, this is the first time we've ever met. That is crazy to think about it. It totally is. They could have met way earlier, but John decided, no, I have to be impatient and fly off for some reason. Why did he do that? Because technically, also, you are talking like an eldritch monster, so I'm kind of babbling. We don't actually have to get married, though. I mean, not if you don't want to. Okay, I'll shut up now. All right, that's the end of the short. We have another sound short right ahead, though. Hello, Jack. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Poor guy. Look at him just standing there, aura farming. Round one! Well, that didn't go too well. Swoon! Well, John's dead. All right. Square up. Valid crash out. Meanwhile, in the Dave subplot, Dave, answer. Strider! Oh my fucking god. What? What do you mean, what? We just got done talking and agreed it would be awesome if you didn't bother me for a while. You know, like, while I guess I grieved over this brutally murdered rad family member or something? Oh, that's right, I forgot. It was 5 seconds ago. I think that was hours ago for me. I am a little foggy in all of our chronologistical shenanigans at this point. There has been so much crazy stuff going on here, I've lost track. So you're officially going non-linear with me then. We're just forfeiting all rhyme or reason to this unmitigated clusterfuck, is that it? Dave, your entire existence is non-linear. Don't be so melodramatic. Whoops, okay. In the future, I'll try not to pitch any sort of dramatics while brooding over the cadavers of slaughtered loved ones. Did you love him, Dave? No. But he was your strange human man, Lucis, who taught you really to like cool things like swords and puppets and moving really fast. How could you not? Puppets aren't cool. They're shitty, small, fake people who haunt your dreams and grin like permanent assholes. I was making a joke about being all broken up about it. A guy can be sad and make jokes at the same time. That's a mood, baby! Yeah, that's a fucking mood. You are sad but not broken up about it? I don't understand. Exactly. But you said you were grieving. I said we agreed you'd leave me alone to grieve. I didn't say whether it actually would or actually am. Well, are you? I am grieving to the max like a widow on Dead Husband Island. Behind these chill as fuck shades, my face is having this crazy attack of the sads. My rue is fucking bananas, can't you tell? Ah, no, I can't. You don't sound sincere, but it's hard to tell what layer of irony removed from reality your flippant remarks are supposed to be. I'm betting you really are sad, no matter how hilarious and aloof you think you're being. And the truth is a mystery, tucked well behind the pursed lips of the shitty riddler. They'll be loosened only when presented with the conundrous grandeur of a rigid, insoluble puzzle cock. Ugh, that makes no sense. I'm sorry you're so flustered by the mere mention of glittering mythical crypto dick that it honestly makes me think you're not ready for the truth. Glittering mythical crypto dick. All right. That's a word. Dave, your perplexing euphemisms involving what I presume to be lewd and vaguely intriguing portions of human anatomy I think are not as hilarious as you probably believe. And in any case, you may be amazed to learn I am not totally in the mood for your dumb, smart-assy horn swoglery. I have lots of my own problems here. They are big, big problems.
Hello, Shay. Thanks for brightening my days for 7 months.
Yo, Dino Demon,
Shay,
thank you for the
love, Shay,
7
love.
months. Appreciate you. I have lots of my own problems, and they are big, big problems, so why don't you just tell me what you're thinking for once? It's pretty simple. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to take this sword. Yeah? I never really got why you wouldn't just pull it out. Filthiest thing you've ever said. Huh? Crazy. Forget it. Pulling swords out of things isn't how I roll. I'm not John, remember? I'm not following. I'm not a hero. My bro was. John is. I'm not. Yes, you are. No. Yes, we all are. I am the hero of mind. You are the hero of time, which I think is copyrighted. That is who we were created to be. fine. It's a title we inherit as phlegm babies or whatever. But what have I done to earn it? Pretty much nothing but horsing around through time and swindling alligators out of their life savings. If that sword's coming out of his chest, it's coming out clean. Taking it vertically means drawing more blood, but horizontally means a clean break. Check it. No, don't. Break. Dave, get up! No, fuck that. I'm gonna lie my ass right down here for a while, looking slightly less cool than I make myself out to be ordinarily. You must stand tall! Only a true hero could pull off such an acrobatic fucking pirouette off that handle. That is basically what I just did, isn't it? Yes! That's what I'm doing here. I'm making a point of making every little thing take place what was once mentioned in passing, no matter how seemingly trivial or pointless. That's how all the best adventures get strung together. You haven't heard me bleat like a goat for ironically humorous purposes yet, have you? No! That was something that was mentioned at some point by someone. I forgot when or why. I bet you're on goddamn pins and needles waiting for that, aren't you? Are you about to bleat like an earth goat, Dave? No, fuck that. Then will you at least get up? No. Fuck you, go away. Ugh! Why do I do this to myself? What? Subject myself to the moody nonsense of this curmudgeonly candy-blooded foul mouths. I don't know. Why are you even talking to me anyway? Aside from the fact that several hours from now, you apparently forget that I don't need consolation and ought to be left alone. Maybe it just so happens that for once this isn't about you. Maybe I'm the one who needs some help. Has that occurred to you, Mr. Cool Kid? Oh. Anyway, I remember now. Sorry, everyone went kind of shit hive here, and I got bitten, I think. And I kind of forgot where I left off with you. Bitten? What? But I remember where this all fits into the chronology with your bro here. This was just before you begged me to finally show you how to reach God tier. So I did, and then you got mad at me. You decided to go do your own thing for a little while, and since I have been up to my pointy little nubs in suspense, intrigue, and betrayal. That sure sounds like a dumb way to say a thing. Almost Egbertian in elegant stupidity. The T in Egbertian is soft, like shh. Thank you, Dave. I wouldn't have. Egbertian. Sorry, I was looking at something. Oh, why would I get mad at you? Oh, you'll see. Okay, but yeah, I guess it's about time you showed me what's up with my allegedly futile god tierification. How long ago was it that you did your coin flip thing? I don't even remember. I was getting sure you were just bullshitting me and had no intention of ever mentioning it again. Unfortunately, no. Maybe I should take the opportunity to apologize in advance. For what? I don't think it'll be constructive to go into it before it happens. Before what happens? You mean god tiering? Does something go wrong? Everything goes according to plan, but that's all I'll say. Remember, this conversation is kind of not supposed to be about you. I know the idea is unprecedented. That's practically unthinkable. I know. But I mean, okay, can we talk about your troll problem? But this is pretty important here. The god tier thing and whether I can actually do it or not. It might be kind of hard to tell on account of me chilling face down on the pavement and also because I'm downplaying feelings is the chief rule of cool. But I'm pretty pissed about this, which is weird. It's weird to feel mad? Are you not too cool for that too? No, it's not weird to be mad. It's just weird. It feels like I'm the only one who is. And the only one even contemplating taking Jack on, even among your group of irate, gnashing shitheads. Hey! What? Actually, you're right. Turns out we really do have a lot of shitheads here. Also, as it happens, the worst one is the one who happens to be planning to take him on. Well, okay. And that would be a bitch in line to switch the subject to start talking about your complicated problems, but I kind of wasn't done. Fine, but for someone who just told me to fuck off, you sure are bending my ears suddenly. But okay, I mean, isn't that what heroes should be doing? Working to take down the bad guy without a whole lot of this fucking grandiloquence
grandiloquence, grandiloquence. Never heard that word before. And these huge sweeping plans that got nothing to do with fighting him. Like always biding our time and tiptoeing around the unbeatable god boss. John's too nice to get mad. Rose spends all her time calculating. Too focused on Machiavellian. Is that how you say that word? Machiavellian? I think that's correct, right? Ploys of sabotage to try anything drastic. Jade is... I don't even know. Probably more of a liability if she got it in her head to take him down. If anything, I bet she just needs protection. Machiavellian. Machiavellian. That's a weird word. What are you saying here, Dave? In this conversation that is still just being about you, I'm just wondering, when does someone actually step up? Jack's got shit to pay for. If that is how you feel, then I think our two problems are not really different. We are both presently concerned with justice. Yeah, I guess. I guess it has been on my mind. Maybe I'm supposed to be a hero and rise to the occasion because there seems to be this little persistent voice in my head nagging me about it, insisting that someone's gotta pay, and it's hard for me to disagree. Then it could mean one of two things, or both of two things like it did for me. What things? It could mean that the agent presently influencing you is a conscience and or an exile. This is so completely illegal. I'm pretty sure I don't have an exile. I've never heard any voices or anything. Anyway, you don't need a voice in your head to tell you this shit is just like so completely illegal. Wait, why did I just say that stupid thing I said? This atrocity cannot go unpunished. Throw whoever is responsible into the slammer. Slammer means jail, by the way. Dave, I did not realize you had such a passion for law enforcement. I must say this shocking development is coming dangerously close to giving me a case of the vapors. No, I mean... okay, that came out wrong. What were we talking about again? Bringing Jack to justice? Right. Someone has to make him pay. Can't let him go unpunished. If I can figure out how to reach the god tier, maybe I can be the one to throw him into the slammer. The slammer? Slammer means jail. I know what the slammer means. You call it the slammer when you're extra angry at the crimes. You call it the slammer when you're extra angry at crimes. Take note of that important principle, because I am deputizing you even though you're a kid. Homestuck says ACAB. Dave is getting Christ? That's crazy. Are you taking notes on this important principle? Jesus, get a fucking pen or some chalk or whatever. I think I'm following. You're gonna find Jack and put him in jail? Wait, fuck, what? No. Dave, I know you are likely discombobulated with grief over your fallen man bro Lucis, but that is extremely silly and doesn't make any sense. I know it doesn't. I'm just saying, what am I even saying here? Shit. But only while I'm away from my jurisdiction. Which I think is forever. Bring the criminals to justice, young deputy. Each munitious agent must pay for their crimes. I'm still not sure. You're talking about throwing Jack in the slammer and rambling about justice and telling me to get pens and such. Not that I'm complaining. Okay, forget the slammer stuff. That was stupid. It is about justice, though. And since no one else seems to give a shit about it, that it apparently falls in my jurisdiction now. Not just going after Jack, but all the mutinous agents responsible for crimes. Agents? Holy shit, why do I care about that suddenly? Anyway, that's more shit that popped into my head just now. So, okay. I have other duties to attend to. Well, Noir's cronies are exploitable. Are you saying you have a plan that involves targeting them? Not really, no. Anyway, it's not like me being mad about this and hankering for justice is even the only irrational thing I'm currently hot and bothered about. I have other duties to attend to. Like what? I must explode this ridiculously illegal edifice. I've got to explode this ridiculously illegal edifice. Oh my god, what are these words I'm saying?
You have to explode something? Never mind. Are you referring to your plan to blow up the green sun? Oh. Yeah, that's gotta be what I'm talking about. Probably. I need to shut up now. I'm sounding like an idiot. My head is starting to hurt. Why don't we talk about your thing now? What justice thing do you have to do? You mean it's actually my turn to talk? Yes. But I was beginning to forget my problem listening to your highly enjoyable befuddlement. Please just tell me your justice problem and make me stop saying stuff. Farewell. Farewell? Wait! No, I mean, god damn it, I'm not leaving. Farewell is not even a thing I would say. Jesus, what am I, a Victorian poet? Can you show me a little respect and assume anytime I say something stupid, it just means I'm temporarily being inexplicably blah, 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 blah. That's not what a real friend would... That's what a real friend would do. Okay, Dave, I'll show some sensitivity and cast suspicion of the intellectual merit on everything you have ever said. Thank you. I will further demonstrate my friendship by dominating the rest of this conversation with lengthy accounts of my emotional tribulations, leaving no space for you to submit any amusing outbursts. That sounds awesome. Quiet! Now where was I? Justice problems. Oh yes, of course. You see, our aims are not that dissimilar. Our pursuits of justice, I mean. But yours is motivated by anger in the heat of the moment, which is blinding you to the consequences of attempting something very foolish. You are far too cool to succumb to anything like that, which is why you'll come to your senses shortly. My situation is a little more complicated. It's less personal. Though once it was a grudge which propelled our rivalry, now its resolution has become a matter of practicality, if not professionalism, businesslike. The way a true legislator conducts her prosecutions. Dave, did you know that centuries ago on my planet, legislators were not confined to stuffy court blocks arguing cases before his honorable tyranny? Oh shit, are you fucking serious? Yes, also, shh. I know you're sassing me due to my use of terms unfamiliar to humans, but it's true. They were deployed throughout the galaxy to apprehend criminals by any means necessary. No, I got that. They're like your alien death lawyers who were sort of like bounty hunters in olden times. Pretty simple to decipher through context. I thought I told you to be quiet. I'm monologuing here. Anyway, they would not rest until their suspect was in custody one way or another. They would gather evidence over the course of investigation, compiling a case to be presented at a trial, should one be held before the final submission of the guilty corpse to judicial authorities. Personal feelings and vendettas did not matter, nor did even the nature of the crime. Only justice did. They were selected for their cunning and martial prowess, and for their ability to understand the minds of the criminals they sought. This is why the burden has to be mine, I think. I am the only one who knows how to handle her. As such, she's my responsibility. She. Shush! Okay, I can't even make little interrogative quips to grease the wheels of your monologue. Oh. Yes, that's okay. In fact, it's very helpful. Who do you think? Spider Troll. You are correct. The spiderest one of all. You've decided to take her down, then? I guess so. You don't sound that psyched about it. Well, I'm here talking to you about it instead of actually doing it, aren't I? Are you feeling guilty? Like second-guessing whether or not she deserves it? Not exactly. Hasn't she done enough terrible shit to warrant legislation? Also, Nepeta. Sad. 07. That is not a thing, but yes, the case against her is overwhelming. More than you even know. Okay, we have an ad. 1 second, chat. We're gonna wait for this to, Also gonna skip this song because for some reason I've been getting content ID'd on the Hip Shop remix specifically. Da-ba-ba-ba-ba. I still can't believe Toby DM'd that person on Twitter with the explanation of how he accidentally retweeted their fan art. if you didn't hear the explanation, Toby was his text-to-speech program picked up something as do 100 inputs, and this caused it to retweet the tweet automatically. Very funny. GeForce Game Ready drivers available. Yeah! All right, ads over. It's funny, but it's legitimately sad he has to use his voice to even scroll social media. I mean, I imagine he can use his hands, but, like, it hurts, so you would want to use voice, like, if you're just, like, casually scrolling around. I would imagine. Yeah, it's unfortunate, though. I hope he's able to get, like... I hope he's able to get something for his wrist. Do you think Toby's gonna, like, augment himself? Like, when the technology comes, do you think he's gonna have, like, a robot hand? That'd be kind of sick, wouldn't it? Why does it hurt? Toby Fox has wrist problems. It's kind of exactly why the wrist protector exists in Deltarune, by the way, because I guess he saw what speedrunners had to do and was like, you know what? I'm gonna make your life easier. Except that it's not 30 text boxes per second. Please, 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 just make it 30, please. It doesn't even cause any issues. Come on. Oh, it'd make our life so much easier. Rules. Okay. The literal only bug that the faster auto masher causes is that the lights go out in the rules card fight in chapter 2. But I don't know, maybe at some point I'll try to like talk to the devs about that and be like, hey, we have this code here and here's all the fixes you would need to employ that fix all the things that would break from having this. Please. It make everything so much easier for us. Yeah. The case against her is overwhelming. More than you even know. She's completely out of control now. She has murdered at least one of my good friends and possibly several others. I'm not sure yet. The circumstances are a little fishy, but my investigation is ongoing. Yo, what's up, Briar? Hope you're doing well. Additionally, I have discovered she is complicit in Jack's rise to power. When I first learned he came from your session, I mistakenly blamed you all and took it out on a hapless Egbert. But if anyone is to pay for releasing that demon on both of our groups, it's her. You sure about that? Yes, and she knows I know. She's been taunting me, trying to stir up our old rivalry. That is what this whole John versus Dave thing has been about. There is no John versus Dave thing, though. I know. And not really, it's just a game, but the game is serious business to her. Like it was during our role-playing days. And just like then, she's ruined everything by taking it too far. And in spite of all her past crimes, these are not even the most important reasons to stop her. She has decided to fight Jack herself, which is an extremely dangerous and stupid thing to do. Sound familiar, Dave? Are you gonna try to stop me too, then? Hunt me down and lawyer-viscerate me for my own good? Lawyer-viscerate is crazy. No, I'll just let you try to reach the God tier and then decide for yourself. Are you saying I won't make God tier or I won't be strong enough if I do? Objection! What? We are talking about you again. I motion that all Dave-centric testimony be stricken from the record. Lame motion overruled. The judge wants to see where this is going. No, he doesn't. You know perfectly well he doesn't give a shit. He will clear this court block if he does not have order. He swears to Gigas. Okay, fine. We can keep obsessing over your fucked up kiss Miss Sister if you want. It's not like that. Do you think she stands a chance against him? No. Then what's the big deal? Why not just let her go get her shit ruined by Jack and let justice happen that way? Because I am quite sure if she goes to find him, it will tip him off to our location in the Vale. I've seen it already. This is why this is no simple vendetta. Bringing her to justice is critical for our survival. So why don't you go do it? Because I'm not sure if I can. You mean you can't beat her in a fight? No, it's not that. It's just that when the time comes, I'm not sure if I'll be able to kill her. I thought trolls were all about that gratuitous murderings. Yes, it's true. We're supposed to revel in bloodshed as we grow up. And she seems to be embracing her rite of passage with reckless abandon, as I would expect. grabbing the bull by the horns, so to speak. It's a little intimidating because I'm not sure if I'm ready for that, which I guess is normal. Are you asking me to reassure you about that? Because I seriously don't have a clue. It's okay, Dave. I'm still monologuing. I guess. I am not so much worried about being ready as I am that I might not actually want to be ready. Maybe ever. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I don't understand. I thought you were insane kinds of ape shit over the macabre stuff. Maybe being all cutesy and about executions and smelling cherry blood and such things contrived to get a guy feeling vaguely uncomfortable. Was that all an act? Not an act, just fun. I like fun, Dave, and I also like games. Don't you like fun in games? Of course the fuck not. Liar! Didn't you say you've killed people before? There is a big difference between manipulating people to their doom with trickery and killing someone by your own hand. It's a bit like having to face your own death and discovering the differences between leaving the responsibility to someone else and doing the dirty work yourself. Maybe you'll understand someday. Okay. I'd like to help you out, but I don't know what advice I should be giving to a member of a murderous species who's gun-shy on going off on to justice murder a murder-happy murderer who's done lots of murders. It feels pretty weird and inappropriate for me to be the one to tell you, fuck yes, go for it. She's got this huge murder with her name written on it anyways, and it's cruising right down Comeuppets Boulevard. So I don't know. Maybe do you want me to tell you to be a better human or to be a better troll? Whew, banger. I can't tell you what to advise me, chump ass. Maybe not even looking for the advice per se, but I just want to talk to someone about it. All right, well, all I'll say is maybe if you kill her, at least we can finally stop obsessing over her. Sign. Yeah, fair enough. Why don't you just do what you think you have to do, and I'll do the same. Speaking of which. Oh, right. You'll be bugging me about showing you how to reach the god tiers soon. Prompted by this very conversation, I imagined. Who'd have thought? These time shenanigans have completely blindsided us. They practically never even happen. I know. So I hang up now with future you and then start pestering present you about it? Is that how that works? Yes. And I make sure not to reference anything said here to keep it simple, except like in an offhand way that'll seem retroactively logical to your future self, i.e. you right now, if for no other reason than it'd be boring as hell to rehash it. That sounds about right. What do I know? You're the time guy after all. Luckily, I will not have to participate in these charades this time around. Does luck actually matter? Exit. Exit. End of year 2. 4/13/2009 to 4/13/2011. Remove disk 1. Ooh. Cool. Insert disk 2. Ah, the kids of today will never experience what this was like. Having to do the disk swap. Ah, all you nowadays. We don't even have physical games anymore. Disc 2 is missing. Oh no! Keep playing anyway. You have no idea what the hell this thing is or why you need another disc. You just capture log it and proceed.
Homestuck speedrun win.
Yo, Remy Weeb, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate you. You just capture log it and proceed. There is justice to be done, and you're running out of time. They have a Snowgrave and a Vengeance Route reference back to back. Definitely. Everything is Homestuck. All right. Terezi, proceed. Okay, I mean, guys, come on now. Come on now. Come on now, right? Like, come on. I get that one. Proceed. Oh, are we playing? Wait, what? You cannot control Terezi. How can you possibly expect to play this game when you've lost the game disc? All you can do is watch what she decides to do. You find a note stuck to the floor with Nepeta's claw. It appears to be addressed to you, written on the page, torn from the journal of Vriska's ancestor. Her taunts are becoming increasingly flagrant. It also appears to be written in purple blood. She wouldn't dare harm sweet, precious Gamzee, would she? The thought is almost more than you can bear. You're gonna throw the book at her. No! She doesn't know. She doesn't know. Read the note. Huh? Ah! Oh no. Oh god, Earthbound samples? Oh no! How deep does the rabbit hole go? That's Chrono Trigger. What the fuck? Wow. 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 This room's from Chrono Trigger, apparently. This is Final Fantasy VI, is it not? Isn't this the shop from FF6? Wake up! You cannot wake up because you were not actually asleep. You were just taking a breather in this nice, cozy pile of horrifically mutilated scalemates. Oh, no. All right, let's see here. In this nice pose, blah, 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 which we're gathered here to break your fall for some reason. You wonder where you are. This is a fancy-looking room. It doesn't look like a place you would expect to find on this meteor, at least not in any strictly canonical capacity. Examine your surroundings. This dapper, kiwi-suited gentleman is quite familiar. You're almost positive he made an appearance in that very crowded dream you had recently. Wait, where did he go? Something in the room smells funny and fast. Climb the stairs. You cannot ascend. The staircase is suffering from a catastrophic horn clog. Oh god, so Gamzee can just move fast now? Oh no. Exit the door. The door is locked. You will either need a key or break it down with force. You would need to achieve an especially heightened state of determination. Huh? To pull that off, though. Dude, that shit woke me up like a sleeper agent. You get so used to that word being, like, normal because of Undertale, and you're like, wait a minute. You have been completely hornswoggled. This whole thing was a setup from the start. A trap deployed by a cunning mastermind. Yo, Maisie,
Silly me, last alert I used the wrong acronym. Gonna sound like a broken record, but I mean it. Utity community has kept me going through a lot of things.
Yo, Maisie, thank you for the 25 months. Appreciate you. And yes, I'm glad you're still here, you know? It's important. You have been completely hornswoggled. This whole thing was a setup from the start. A trap deployed by a cunning mastermind. All of the clues are adding up. The blood, the note, the flagrant displays of tricksterism and japery. The identity of the puppet master behind all of this is now painfully obvious to you. Spider troll. No! You fool! Play the records. Yeah. Talk to him. Banger. All right. Havoc to be wrought. Rumble at the rink. Oh yeah. Man, even in Homestuck, he was still using these samples. Man, this sounds like you could pull it right out of Deltarune. It's crazy how his composition style has not changed that much. It's just gotten more refined over the years. Incredibly, Chapter 3E? Yeah, exactly. It feels like you could pull this right out of Deltarune. I mean, I'm glad his style hasn't changed that much. It's his style, and I love it. Ooh. The glass guitar solo? Sax solo? Very good. This 97-year-old Toby Fox still serves samples the old-fashioned way. Unlabeled record. This one's by Eric Scheel. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, okay. I was like, this is just Gymnotopede 1. It is very clearly a parody of that track. It's like, it's a parody of that track, yeah. Is that how you say it? I'm actually not sure how you pronounce. I've never said that song out loud before. Is it not Gymnopedy? Gymnopedy? I think it's Gymnopedy, right? Gymnopedy? Okay. Gymnopedy. Oh, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. It's one of my favorite piano pieces, actually. But yeah, it's clearly a shout out to that specific song. Great piece of music, by the way. Iconic classical song. X-Rom. This one's also by Toby. All right, and I'm a member of the Midnight Crew. You select appropriate crime-solving music to set the right mood. With this kind of atmosphere, it is highly unlikely that any crime will stay unsolved for long.
I hate a moral coward, one who lacks the manly spark. I just detest a man afraid to go home in the dark. I always spend my
Eddie Morton? That's old enough to be... This is public domain, is it not?
bring my little wife along. I'm a member of the Midnight Crew.
Okay, excellent. I can't get copyrighted for this. Woohoo! This is public domain, baby. Let's go.
Singing the same old song.
I was about to say, this is just the original I'm a member of the Midnight Crew by fucking Eddie Morton.
To bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the Midnight Crew.
Make her a member of the Midnight Crew.
The fun it doesn't stop till 12 on happy old Broadway. So what's the use of going home until the break
Man,
of
I
day?
love
Now something
music from this era. It's so like,
I once went home at 2 a.m.
there's something about like the fact that the sound is so
I'm a member of the Midnight
tinny,
Crew.
for lack of a word, that gives it kind of like a vibe.
Home with the milk in the morning.
This is how I felt the entire time when I was playing LA Noire a couple of years ago back on my my other channel.
Go to bed with
Because that game, its whole soundtrack is like old like 1930s jazz music from straight up recordings and stuff like that. That got my VODs muted in several places, but it was cool. Remove the Midnight Crew record. Cow! LA Noire is pretty great. I enjoyed that game a lot, honestly. It's like genuinely a good narrative. One time I remember reading a post calling it copaganda, and I was like, that might be the least copaganda game that it exists, actually. It is like a dissertation on fucking police corruption. Like, I don't think it's possible to make a game that is more of a criticism of... Maybe if you only played the first fucking mission, you would think that. But the entire part is that the entire like game is unraveling all of that. No. The vaudeville, I hate this word. Cornball nonsense will not do it all. The mood is just not right for figuring out crimes. You put the record back in its sleeve. Examine the cover. Who's that? Who's this? Douchebag. Before you can make heads or tails of exactly who this douchebag is, something rolls out of the sleeve. It appears to be a very small record. It's so small. What is such a small record doing in this great big sleeve? Why is he green? It's green for an amazing reason. The second disc. You got Homestuck! Disc 2! You cannot get over how tiny this record is. It's adorable. You wonder what sort of music it plays. Play the tiny record. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think you should do that. Terzi, no! Oops. Oh my god, is the scratch actually a literal record scratch? Are you fucking kidding me? Predictably, you scratch the surface of the disc. What were you expecting? It's almost like you don't even know what a CD is. Oh, it's not a fucking vinyl, it's a CD. With the disc damaged, who knows what sort of effects it'll have on the data. Better store it somewhere safe to prevent any more mishaps. Capture log the disc. It should be perfectly safe from any similar kinds of damage while secured in your scratch and sniff modus.
The foreshadowing is palpable.
Oh, I wonder what's going to happen. Examine the chests. You have spent way too much time calibrating the ambience of your investigation and not nearly enough time investigating. It is one of the most common pitfalls of being an investigator. Aside from literal pitfalls, which you actually fall into. There are 2 chests in this secret room. Nothing out of the ordinary. Chests are everywhere in this lab, and people find it all too tempting to sneak their personal belongings into them for safekeeping. That is, until the goods are stolen shortly after by those who can't resist looting every chest they encounter. Which is everybody. Maybe these ones contain clues. Open the chest. You got your neophyte red glare role-playing outfit. What is this doing in here? You've not worn it since your flarping days. The only part of it you have kept on hand was the stylish pair of glasses, which of course, since the incident, have managed to become a regular accessory. But you cannot imagine how someone could have gotten their hands on the rest of it. Surely a crafty and resourceful criminal is at work. Spider troll, spider troll, spider troll. Wear the suit. Ayy. You don the garb of the legendary legislator. It brings back memories of many successful fantasy prosecutions resulting in the real executions of the rival players. Those were the days. Open other chest. You got your Pyral Spite plush. Pyral Sprite was your scalemate sidekick during your campaigns. He was the model of loyalty, friendship, and righteous retribution. More than could be said for another partner in justice. There is no doubt anymore. She is clearly baiting you into confrontation. You mean, baiting. Hug, Pyral Sprite. Squeak. You embrace your old friend, releasing a mighty and majestic squeak. Squeak. It has been too long, old friend. You vow to never let him out of your scent again. Honk. This puppet is becoming a nuisance. It appears to exhibit the same incredible puppet fastness properties which Dave's had. It must be some sort of universal puppet enchantment. It couldn't possibly be the same one, because that would just be insane. Hey, where did Pyral Spite go? Look up. There he is. How'd he get all the way up there? He's always been quite the slippery scallywag. Maybe... Incredible, you slippery scallywag! Maybe he was reminding you to check out the note. You almost forgot it was up there. What with your furious investigating, most of which has involved fooling around with records, hugging plush toys, and cosplaying as a childhood heroine. Read it. Just as you thought, it is a message from Vriska summoning you to do battle. It is written in Gamzee's rich, jelly-smelling blood, but it is her handwriting for sure. Her quirk is present, leaving the matter undebatable. But why the hell does she want you to bring this stupid puppet along? She's so weird. There's a journal entry on the back. It probably isn't the slightest bit relevant to the current situation, but you guess it couldn't hurt to read it anyway. Oh, this is the journal from Mindfang, right? Examine the journal entry. All right, we'll do this during the ad break.
I suppose I'll have to get used to writing with this hand instead.
No, I'm kidding. I'll wait for you guys. I'm patient. I will wait for y'all. I'm very patient. Man, the government is still shut down, isn't it? My God. These been 35 days. It's been over a month. We're now tied for the longest U.S. government shutdown in history, tying the one from 2018 to 2019. I wonder who the president during both of those terms was. By the way, so many people are like always surprised how tall I am. Like in the new video, I had the ad read for the Flexus Spot ad, and I like jokingly did the rules card pose on the desk because the music I use is Green Room, right, for sponsorship. So I was like, I'll do the rules pose. And so many people were like, your legs are so fucking long. And I'm like, yeah, I told you guys I'm 6'4". For Europeans, that's 194 centimeters for my non-imperial inclined. Using Undertale Deltarune during sponsorship segments, don't you know that's forbidden by the wolf? What are they gonna do? Stop me? It's so quiet that you can't even hear it. I do want to get something to replace it, but I've been doing it for so long that like it's kind of like Alpha Rad using Dating Start. Like it's just kind of become like a thing. Also, I started using Green Room before it was actually licensed, so like.
Their songs don't show up in any more pages, so I wanted to say, Homestuck musician RJ Lake's game Unbeatable comes out in 2 days and it looks amazing.
Yo, nice. I'll have to check that out. Yo, thanks for the 500 bits. Alright. Let's go.
I suppose I'll have to get used to writing with this hand instead. I now do so in captivity while I bring my awe to bear on the immensity of the subjugulator's hijinks. I took their gesture as plain avowal of my prosecution's futility. With a lone neophyte assigned to the task, how could I view it otherwise? I was sure they'd drawn from the bottom of their deck, not intending to squander more competent mercenaries on one who'd made a show of outclassing them all before. But I discovered it was too late that Red Glare was their wild card all along. How is one allowed to be raised by a dragon in this era, let alone one of such middling blood, the sickly hue of a gutless civil servant? Those of her caste, are typically pleased to mount a sluggish cholerator or some brainless squawking spleen fowl during petty expeditions to plaster seizure notices on gambling property. By what fluke was this woman granted with such a weapon, permitting her to luxuriate in these delusions of righteousness? Something blocked the light of the unbitten moon, treating the harbor of darkness more grim than what fell into this season's apogee. I don't fucking know. I made the mistake of looking into its eyes, each like a sun concentrated into a small jewel, as two hot garnets searing through a black veil. I shut mine quickly, but the more sensitive of them was burned irreparably. When I regained sight in the other, there was only red. My fleet was in flames. The neophyte was on deck. Pyrospite, she mentioned through her ridiculous forced grin. She wanted me to know the name of the beast which was able to consume my Lucis hull. My dice were in the hold below. Not that my present luck would consent to a favorable roll anyway. I made the move for my blade. She took my arm, which I'm sure she kept as the tiniest of snacks for her ostentatious custodian. Maybe she meant to prove she wouldn't need me in irons to have my submission. Bound or free, 2, 1 or none. I wonder how well she knows it's not what I do with my arms she has to fear. I awe my trial.
The irons are not in the fire. No way. Insert disc 2. Homestuck. Loading. 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 We're loading. Oh, hold on. We have a sound short. Seer, ascend. Sis, roof now. Bring the puppet. Oh, she's fast. Acrobatic fucking stunt. Acrobatic fucking pirouette. Oh no, not the stair. No, I warned you about stairs, bro. Yeah, it's just like Dave fighting bro, isn't it? It's just like the past. It's just like their ancestors. Phew! Ooh, hard panel. Oh, there goes her arm. Look at that smile. Squeak.
Much fanfare was made of the trial. More than I would have dared to hope. It seems my luck has been returning as of late.
Oh, that's sick. What? Look at the big... Look at the arena.
The High Bloods surely intended to make a spectacle of my conviction. They filled the court block with peasants, ravenous for the comeuppance of the blue blood. I wasn't about to deny them what they came for. It was kind of the authorities to supply me with a phalanx of such impressionable spectators. Yeah. The weak wills were nearly as thick in the air as the rust in their veins.
Racism.
Funny how my other senses seem to have peaked since exchanging glances with the dragon. What an extraordinary specimen. How I've come to covet the creature since it ruined my fleet. I know too well the whispers of a dangerous new infatuation. When they beckon, but I digress. It was simple enough to nudge the hostility of the low bloods from one aristocrat to another. The sub-jugulators could not have been pleased, but nor could have they been altogether unamused, I would expect. I wonder if this was part of their unfathomable game. I'll never understand their riddles. The only regret I didn't get to hear the opening statement the neophyte had prepared against me. Or I only regret I didn't get to hear the opening statement the neophyte had prepared against me. The case she compiled from all that evidence she burned, must have been damning. I bet her remarks would have stung worse than when she severed my arm. She certainly would have shown me greater mercy by taking the other instead. Alas, I mock to disguise the extent of my regret. Had my escape not necessitated her demise, she would have made a lovely rival.
If she'd only discarded her childish preoccupation with justice, we might have made a striking scourge. Had we inched blacker, we'd have torn red miles across the land and sea. Unfortunately, the only miles to be found through her bureaucratic calling were those of red tape. When so ensnared, one is eventually bound to be choked. With the court block cleared, all that remained was to obstruct my freedom was his honorable tyranny himself. Upon reflection, red glare showed the foresight of a true seer in thieving my arm before the trial. It permitted a fair fight. Though I was free, I had no fleet. No matter. With the gambling Nance decimated, I've embraced the turn in fortune and pledged to put my sea-grifting ways behind me. With any luck, the skies will be my future. My thoughts again returned to that dragon. But first, I was in need of temporary refuge. I sought it with the expatriate. Oh, God. He owed me for the sweeps of protection I provided after his brazen defiance of the High Bloods. It was perhaps the only such courageous stand ever taken against a superior by one of his supercilious pedigree. I don't know that word. And I'd have not bothered sticking my neck out for another. But the admiration he'd won naturally wore thin as he persistently bemoaned his treason and banishment, and I was saddened to find that his habit holding strong even now. I wonder if he still believes she was worth it. Supercilious, I say. Repairing my arm would go a little further in squaring his debt with me. Even if I came with both intact, I might have ripped one off and put him to task just to halt his blubbering. Darklear was always a skilled machinist, and the work proved to be an adequate distraction. So pacified, he listened to what I had to say about my recent travails with the law and pyrospite, and what I'd come for in truth, the treasure he'd been keeping safe for me. Darklear. Oh no. Not this guy again. Not this guy again. I cradled the oracle in my synthetic hand, as if appraising by weight the mystic qualities it still concealed. With my vision eightfold seared away, I was as blind to his secrets as the old doctor was to its present whereabouts. Doctor? I learned to keep it cloaked from the awareness of the man who once called me his protege, a backhanded term of endearment from a smug manipulator. Locating his so-called dark pockets was the only gambit I had in countering his milk-tongued doublespeak. The expatriate, for indiscernible reasons, seemed naturally surrounded by such a void to the doctor's awareness, and so was uniquely fit to inherit the orb. The doctor could not see his treasure, nor I into it. I considered what to do with it for a while. Should I find pyrospite by consulting with the oracle, as I'd done so often to steal fortune from my adversaries? I guessed exploiting some technological means of gazing through its surface may have been simple enough, but I hesitated. Every expedient granted by its counsel, though never instantly, came at a price. Knowing his nature, I'm surprised I only now recognize it as yet another instrument of his spurious benevolence, dangerous by way of selective divulgence. The sense of infallibility his oracle brought me was superficial, and in hindsight weakened my readiness. Knowing my fate so far in advance, I took Redglare's threat lightly. The greatest mistake I have ever made was asking the orb when I would die. But as I revisited the prophecy surrounding this unfortunate query, something struck me. I thought of the man who would have a matesprit centuries from now, one who is said to command an army of beasts, the one it called the Summoner. If my obsession... Oh, that's, it's Tavros' ancestor, right? Aura.
If my obsession with the dragon should continue to burn for so long, would he be the one to assist me in taming it? I did not have enough knowledge to ask the right questions when I had the opportunity. Were that the case, I might have asked if it would be his rare abilities of communion that would bring Pyrospite under control. Pyrospite. Would it be on account of my influence? And if so, would I exert this influence?
Banana.
Yeah, Abob! Thank you for the 3 months, appreciate you.
Would it be on account of my influence? And if so, would I exert this influence by taking his will or winning his heart? These are such details I have given no second thought in drawing from the orb. My curiosity of force usually too much to quell. But now, I have thought of the summoner often. I have been troubled to know that one as so common-blooded he could not possibly have hatched yet, nor will he wriggle from the caverns for many sweeps. So I must have patience to take up my role in his story of heroism. It's a tale which reads to me as though lifted from a child's story. Yet I know I'd be a fool to doubt its veracity entirely. He would rise through the ranks of the Cavalry Reapers and assume command, having proven the most skilled and fearless of them. He would exhibit a remarkable pupation, the sort only recorded in myth, growing or perhaps simply revealing a striking pair of wings. His army thus inspired would spearhead a major rebellion, surely one at least on the scale of the sectarian revolt, crushed by the High Bloods, who thereafter forbade its mention or any invocation of the heretical symbols. 69. At all, even in private journeys. Which is why I will stick to the fable of the summoner and not risk another execution with even oblique reference to the compelling tale of the sufferer.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Resolution to the summoner's mutiny is foggy, as I only understand what has been related to me through the brief answers I thought to solicit. Ultimately, the ire of Condess would be such that in the settling dust of conflict, she would banish all from the homeworld except the young. She would scatter all who reached maturity to the stars and fight her wars. I presume to keep them occupied, existing in a less centralized state from which such a coup may arise. This is still an incredible notion for me to consider, and I cannot imagine how she would come to enforce such an upheaval in our civilization. Though I suppose she will have on her side the advantage of unparalleled lifespan, and the leverage extended by the hideous psychic prongs of her deep undulating monstrosity. That is, until it chooses another little witch to serve. Nevertheless, I take the prediction as truth, and find it amusing that a homeworld dominated by children will be the great summoner's legacy, one of them at least. More importantly, and less amusingly, his legacy will be my demise. You see, I first learned his name when I asked who would be the one to kill me. I have never spoken nor written of him out of contempt for the prophecy, but do so here in my final entry for this journal. I took this to be a pitiable fate, and scoured the orb for any means of escaping it, or at least to salvage a little dignity from the tale of my downfall. Alas, it had no consolation for my vanity. But as I sit here deciding what to do with the damnable little sphere, I understand my error. It was not in failing to chart a course through future events to turn my fortune's tide, even so many sweeps from now. It was in believing the future was mine to know, and fortune mine to control. If this hero is meant to breathe life into my embittered heart, and if he is to earn the right to run it through, then so be it. For him, I will commit to this page my highest expectations. And for what precious uncertainty is left in my future, I renew my vigorous anticipation. The oracle I will resolve to part with. I will conceal it in a crypt bearing the sign of the expatriate, with a map to its location hidden in this journal. To whomever finds it, be wary, for the truth it tells may leave its new keeper blind as I was, though no more. Flip.
Oh, goodness. Ah! Oh, dear. All right, showdown. Motherfucking jury.
Hey, Red Glare, nice outfit.
Same to you, Vriska. As much as it pains me to admit, your fruity orange fairy suit smells delicious.
Thanks. I see you finally wised up and started taking this rival to his heart and antagonize you probably while you're in character.
I'm not in character. This is serious business, Vriska. I brought my deadly cane and everything.
Yes, I can see that. You've come for revenge then. I thought we settled all this a long time ago.
Not revenge. Justice for the despicable murders of our innocent friends.
Murders, like plural?
Vriska, please, do not try to deny it. I found the evidence. Tavros, Nepeta, even Gamzee. I mean, really, Vriska. Gamzee? Gamzee isn't dead, you dope. He flipped out or something and now... Ah! Oh, goodness. Yeah, okay. There was, like, one murder I was responsible for. You know Tavros? That was me, I guess. But that's it. He's the only one I killed, just that one guy. Jack! Both know you can't beat Jack. Use that will happen will make him lead him, he'll make us kill us all. He will follow your sugary pixie trail with his keen canine snout. I have already seen this consequence in my mind's eye.
Fascinating. Why don't you tell me your terms already?
Forget my pixie trail. At this rate, my snoring will lead him to us. What I propose is simple. I flip. Heads, you stay. Scratch, you go. You're kidding, right? You want luck to decide this? Maybe you forgot who you're dealing with. I am the thief of light. You really expect me to lose a simple coin flip? I've got all the luck, remember? I did not forget. What will it be, Marquise? Just flip the fucking coin, neophyte. Phew, 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 phew. Oh, everything's broken. All right, move on. Here we go. The disc is badly damaged. You can no longer play Homestuck. Quit. You are forced to quit. You will not be able to resume playing unless you can repair the scratch in the disc. You will need to seek the service of someone who is capable of fixing a scratch. A scratch doctor, if you will. Visit the doctor.
You rang? That was a joke. Of course you didn't. I don't have a doorbell, remember? Ha, he, hoo, hoo. Ah, please come in.
Whoa, we're green! Whoa!
Welcome to my apartment. I trust you'll find my voice is more palatable against this decor. I continue to be an excellent host. I took the liberty of removing your highlighted text. It was, after all, government property. I'm expecting 2 more guests later. First one, and then another. Make yourself comfortable in the meantime. But don't touch the candy on the table. That is reserved for one of my guests.
Oh, look at this is cool. Let's have a look at this disc.
She really did a number on it, didn't she? It's virtually unplayable like this. What a shame. There are so many moments trapped on this disc, which you would have no doubt found to be quite exhilarating. But, yes, I can fix it. It will take time, though. I estimate, by which I mean I am certain, by way of omniscience, that when I am done, we have reached shy of the green circle on the card above. I'm sure you have already presumed this mark represents the beginning of Act 6. The disc should be ready to run in time to witness the critical event. A confluence of thickly interwoven, concurrent circumstances which have been meticulously arranged by myself, influenced to a much lesser extent by you, and by an even more negligible degree our heroes. The scratch will be healed in time to watch these heroes put that into motion, the scratch itself.
Yeah, let's get some ominous music for
If you don't mind waiting here while I complete my repairs, I will tell the rest of the story. I will show you as well as I recover data from the disk, but the visuals I supply will be nothing more than abbreviated snapshots, and my telling will be abridged. Immortality notwithstanding, I'm not going to live forever, you know. Tick. And since, for once in my life, time is at a premium, let's get on with it. Where were we? Talk.
this is cool. I love the green.
Never mind. I figured it out instantly because of my unfathomable intellect, limitless knowledge, and mind-boggling charisma. Granted, my charisma had less to do with it than the other qualities. But it didn't hurt, did it? Here, I'll show you. Tick. The seer of mind had challenged the thief of light to a simple game of chance. If the result was the undamaged side, the thief would agree to stay. If not, she would go. Talk. The result of the flip was left inconclusive, at which point you decided to pay me a visit. But the inconclusive should not be confused with the uncertain. The actual result was trivial. It was a constant across all timelines. Both the seer and the thief knew this. The thief used her abilities to steal the fortune of her opponent and forced the flip to yield what she regarded as the most advertisement. There's an advertisement running. Reader, have you considered Taco Bell? They have a new special. Behold my Taco Bell special. You can get a taco combo for $6.50 in this economy. That's pretty good. Back in my day, and by that my day I mean when Homestuck was written, they were like 50 cents, but let me inquire. Have you tried the new Arby's steak nuggets? I chuckle when I say steak. We all know they're not really steak. Have you noticed that the raccoon population has dwindled recently? How amusing. A steak. Look, Mark, I made A steak.
A steak?
Yes.
All right, sorry, I was typing about something. All right, ads are over.
So, let's get back to it. The thief used her abilities to steal the fortune of the opponent and force the flip to yield what she regarded as the most favorable outcome. The seer anticipated this move correctly. This is why I don't care much for gambling. While a sucker is born with each tick of the clock, a cheater is born with each talk betwixt. Also, because it is boring and I am already a very wealthy man. Tick. The seer relayed her terms through the generally understood argot of an assassin. The result, go, while at face value would suggest the thief was allowed to leave, was actually the seer's code word for the threat of death. This was obvious to everyone, including the thief. Talk. While the thief turned to fly away, making a show of claiming her prize, the seer would stab her in the back the moment her guard was dropped. This was her plan. Not a particularly clever tactic in its own right, but its ingenuity didn't dwell in the novelty of the ruse, nor even the neutralized probabilities in the game of chance. Psychology was in play. Tick. Naturally, the thief knew this was her intent all along. She knew the seer would have understood the outcome to be rigged, and that she likely intended to kill her as a consequence of the fixed result. This was to be seen as an implicit dare to the thief to allow the flip to fall fairly, something which the seer knew the thief's ego wouldn't allow. And the seer knew the thief knew all this as well. Just another pair of cheaters attempting to play with their cards face up. Amateurs. Talk. Each was gambling, not with any vehicle of probability, which had been eliminated from the equation, but with each other's intentions. The thief indeed took the seer's bait, stealing the luck needed to effect the flip in defiance of her dare, and in turning to leave, she then posed a dare of her own to the seer, challenging her to back up the implied threat. This was the thief's gamble. She wagered the seer would not be able to go through with it. It turned out she was right. So ends a tale of rivalry. Well, almost. There's a bit more. But in order to understand its proper conclusion, we should first catch up with another of my old proteges, from whom I'm expecting a message shortly. The other seer, the other hero of light. Tick. Talk. Tick. Talk. Round 2. Sick. Here we left our human hero of light. She flew away to take vengeance on the noir this side of the scratch. That is, the one less angry and dangerous. The one not yet unmotivated by a compelling duel. Occlupary! Compelling, but not particularly challenging. The seer wouldn't win this duel. My apologies if this spoils the outcome for you. I can't speak as discreetly about such matters against this canvas. Tick. I warned her.
Ooh, the teleport move.
I warned my neophyte protege not to stare into that ball. Talk. I told her about stairs.
Okay, it keeps happening.
Moving on. I'll remind you that the pacing of my account will be characterized by a reduction in granularity from what you have come to expect by way of an undamaged disc. You will imagine the remainder of the duel to be sensational, and I will continue my steady distribution of facts as if they were pieces of candy poured from a bottomless white hemisphere. The duel ends, the seer dies, the slayer departs, the heir comes back to life. This outcome was hardly a point of suspense. It would not be disingenuous of me to present it as such, and I would not belittle your intelligence with such a tawdry narrative ploy. It would be rude, and I am too well dressed for that kind of behavior. If there truly stood some chance of permanence to the heir's corpsehood, I can hear you asking now, how could this moment later come to pass? And for that matter, what sort of story would this be, with our human hero of breath made to stay a cadaver? Definitely not one the Alpha timeline would allow. And what sort of spectator would you be? If you'd forgotten the terms ruling the conditional immortality he'd won with his previous, similar, unceremonious impaling. He'd done nothing to earn martyrdom. By which we might laud his fall as heroic, nor had he tasted notoriety. To secure a death one may parse just, and while I can't give you my assurance, I'm reasonably convinced of this much. When the hero of breath dies for good, it won't be as a scoundrel, but not for lack of a devoted mentor. If I had served as his mentor directly, rather than his mentor's mentor's mentor, he may have stood a fair chance of perpetuating something underhanded, or perpetrating something underhanded. At the very least, his jokes might have been better. Instead, he got her. The other hero of light, always bugging him, bugging and fussing and meddling. What's her deal? Let's find out. I mentioned there was a bit more to her story. I believe it's time to resume it. I trust you won't mind if I step away for a moment. I have important guests arriving very soon. If you need me, I'll be up here, making sure everything is in order. Which in order he is, and keeping an eye, which I don't have, on the clock, which I don't need.
Oh my god, he's in the banner. He's just up here.
Tick.
Oh,
Talk. Tick. Talk. Oh, yep, there's there's spades. And there's Jack. Bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Here we go. It's time for Vriska versus Jack. We've all waited for this. Talk. Tick. Ah, he left. Talk. Tick. Oh, there's Rose talking to him. Talk. Apologies for my preoccupation. I have managed to pacify the rowdier of my two other guests with a sugary little black dogs, so that I may continue my narration. But only briefly. In a moment, I will go stand over by my typewriter and teach from neophyte protege the consequences for taking advice from a strange man over the internet, while I continue to attend to my second guest, who is you from an earlier point in the story. Remember? We met here in my apartment a little while ago, and at that moment I was busy hosting you from the future. Who is you right now? But I did not mention this at the time. I would have introduced your past self to your future self and vice versa, but it is a well-known fact that past and future selves tend not to get along. A good host would never tolerate the potential for discord among guests. As hosts go, I am simply the best there is. Please don't be alarmed. Past you is just leaving. Where was I? Of course. The two heroes of light had challenged the same Jack Noir, the one straddling the scratch in about 20 hours of his own time, to a circumstantially simultaneous pair of duels. Circumstantial simultaneity is a concept more complex than temporal analog and is valuable for examining the properties of paradox space. It is the agent responsible for the major cosmic event which pre-extinction Alternians came to refer to as the Great Undoing. The same concept rules the innumerable lesser events by which this critical moment shall be catalyzed, including the break, my employer's arrival, the detonation of a very powerful bomb, and my own death. It is an abstraction weaving together the fortunes of otherwise perfectly disparate chronologies, such that those bound to a pair of distinct sessions, it's not fully comprehensible to a mortal mind, and the length I will go to explain it to you will not extend beyond this sentence, but the story will. Oh, now Doc is talking to Rose. The Slayer was, for the moment, unmotivated by the thief's motion for a compelling duel. This side of the scratch, he opted for a more ruthless and calculating policy of extermination. On his arrival, not about to repeat the mistakes leading to his banishment, he quickly obliterated all 12 planets, followed by Prospit and Durst to weed out those who might outsmart him in the same manner. With as little fanfare, he seized the opportunity to follow the thief's trail quickly before it dissipated, and destroyed their hideout in the Vale. And now, knowing her position, he would soon return for the duel she wanted, but not without a pair of trophies. No! How could he? My goats! Tick. Tock.
Is he pouring gasoline? What's going on over there? Again, sorry for the interruption. My conversation with a girl ran a bit long, slightly exceeding the 1 second I scheduled for it. This is where events begin to outpace my awareness. The deeper into this dark pocket we explore, the more I'll be forced to speculate. I rarely have cause to rely on probability, but luckily for you, my guesses are better than anybody's. Tick. I have always believed that a good storyteller should keep a comprehensive record of past events on hand, a scrapbook of personal significance, for instance, from which he may piece together current moments from past ones of a similar, if not identical nature. It's more efficient. Talk. Damn, he just be pouring gasoline all over the place. It's also logical, since there is essentially nothing new in paradox space. Everything that can happen is either a visual or substantive reproduction of something which has already transpired on a timeline, offshoot or otherwise. Tick. And if I'm going to speculate on this duel, I might as well make use of earlier clippings. For the Slayer, this was round 1 against the Hero of Light. Talk. All I really need to do is flip it turnways, like so, and we have round 2. Bro's like, oh shit, fire! You got to flip it turnways. It keeps happening. The thief would probably roll her dice. And just as probably, due to her impressive hoard of stolen fortune, she would have a 100% chance of rolling the most favorable result. Ordinarily, this result would be almost impossibly improbable. The odds of this roll would be 1 in 16,777,216 to be specific. And to be less specific, 1 in... 1 in 8 to the power of y, where y equals 8. Talk. Oh shit! Fire alarm. Talk. Oh, it's so cool! Tick. Oh shit, yo! She got the Mind Fang outfit. Let's go. Badass. Who the fuck is this? The fire extinguisher guy? Talk. Shoosh. In round 2, the Slayer would be not merely compelled, but challenged, if my guess is right. Challenged by one claiming godhood before reaping the prodigious spoils from striking down a formidable endgame foe. One with the guile of a cheater, the luck of a clover, the hubris of her mentor, and the drive known only to the pathologically competitive. I believe he'd be challenged, yes. Tick. But not outmatched. As one who shares the Slayer's source of power, my projection must give him the unambiguous advantage, but even so, while I continue not to be a gambling man. That didn't stop being a thing that was true or anything. Talk. I'm reasonably sure that if I was, I wouldn't bet against her. Bonk.
Moving on.
Oh, Slick is just beating him to death.
Let's pull back from this ever-narrowing dark pocket. All this uncertainty is wearing thinner than the only pair of pants in an immortal's wardrobe. I've never much enjoyed navigating the vortices of alternative possibility. The path which alone has my absolute mastery is the alpha timeline, a continuum I define as that which boasts the exclusive rights both to my birth and to my death, two circumstantially simultaneous events. Any divergence from this path to my knowing will taper into the blackness like rotting roots. But if I was a seer, such offshoots would be fully within my domain. And if I was a seer of mind in particular, synaptic casualty or causality would be my specialty. A seer of mind would have given you a more reliable account, perhaps, but then she would do many things I wouldn't. Tick. A seer would support her allies in battle, not with her weapons, but her vision. She would sift through dross of her comrades' poor tactical inclinations and examine the grim consequences. A seer would not charge into the fray headlong, but direct it as a conductor with a baton. She would have the sight to eschew the obvious gambits and find the path to victory disguised cleverly as setback or even imminent defeat. She would behold the fortunes of friends and foes in totality and appraise the contrivance of luck itself. She would know its mines were not to be plundered, but simply explored and charted carefully. Talk. A true seer would know where luck is a given, where it is absent, and most importantly, where it doesn't matter at all. Tick. And she would know victory doesn't matter in a reality where all else is doomed to fail.
All right, gotcha, Wolfle. Thank you. So she knew? She had seen this? Interesting.
Talk. What sort of story would this be, with our knight and seer made to stay cadavers? Certainly not one the Alpha timeline would allow. Tick.
Oh! Meanwhile, fucking Slick getting absolutely fucking shot up.
And not one she'd allow either. Talk.
Oh, hey, she has matching splots with John now. Spade Slick gets gunned down mercilessly.
Talk. Tick. Talk. Tick.
Bro, sloppy makeouts now on the roof.
Talk.
What the?
The eyes. Tick.
Universal Spade Slick? Question mark? Or no, is that Snowman?
Talk.
Oh yeah, it is.
Honk.
How the fuck does he have... Okay, whatever.
Honk. Tick.
Oh, so Snowman goes back in time and kills that guy so that Slick doesn't die. Oh, hey, that's the Pester log we read earlier. Talk. Oh, he's glowing.
All of the dots, John. All 16.77716 million of them. Still dead, huh? Or are you too busy weeping over her corpse to pick up that headset and answer me? You can't fool me, John. I know you're not staying dead for long, and it's not just because I can clearly see you're alive in the future. You see, we're both the best there is, and therefore we have special privileges when it comes to mortality. It's hard to keep a god dead for good. We can only die under very specific circumstances, didn't I mention?
Tick. Tock. Just. Heroic. Just. Heroic.
Nothing too glorious about the way you just died, I bet. Let me guess, even after all my lessons, you allowed yourself to get sucker stabbed, right? Pretty lame. I mean, lucky for you, it was lame. I guess being lame pays off when dying a hero is what gets you killed. If our hero of breath reached god tier, he would have been completely indestructible. Oh well. Damn, I forgot. I was gonna stop ripping on that guy since he got stabbed through the chest and died. Whoops. Anyway, I figure you're probably safe from a just death too, since I'm pretty sure you haven't done anything all that despicable. Yet. Stop. I don't know for sure, but I'm betting if I go fight Jack, it will wipe out all the bad things I've done. I think if I die, it'll be a hero's death, so it ought to stick. Pretty good motivation to win the fight, though, don't you think? One way or another, I think this will be my last big challenge as a gamer. As such, I'd like to pass my dice on to you. It is very important to me that they stay in good hands, John, that you continue their legacy, and my ancestor. 8 to the 8th.
8 to the 8th.
Use the code. I'm sure I can count on you to make something awesome with it.
New York City race already getting called for Mamdani. Absolute fucking cinema.
Slick. I am serious. Please stop.
Oh yeah, he's just been going crazy up here. Aura maxing. Oh, we're waiting for the ads, by the way, if you're wondering why I stopped for a second. I kind of think having another him on for the green dimension is kind of cool. Especially since I gave him that voice. It's gonna be crazy when he finally shows up in Deltarune and I finally get to voice act him. After all these years, I've waited a long time. And he's gonna talk in wingdings and make it indecipherable. Just learn wingdings. I have a feeling he might talk in wingdings and then it'll get, like, translated. Or maybe it'll be like Delta Traveler, where he talks in Texas speech. Like Toby does. Since, you know, apparently Gaster's a fucking self-insert. I mean, he's talked in English all throughout Deltarune so far, assuming the voice is Gaster, which I'm pretty, like, 100% confident it is.
Still not alive yet? Man, you better hurry up. She probably doesn't have much time left. Trust me, what she's going through on Durst right now isn't much fun. Okay, I guess I should mention why I'm trying to contact you now of all times rather than just skipping ahead. Remember how we talked about your backup plan? The one you have devised to defeat Jack in the off chance I fail? Well, it's not going to work if Rose is dead, is it? You have to wake her up. Breathe some life into her. Do the windy thing with your lips. You know what that means. Oh my.
Oh? What's going on up here?
Gotta kiss her. Don't worry, I still can't see you, so there's no reason to be bashful or anything. And since we are a couple of professionals here who are focused on winning, we both know it doesn't have any meaning. It's not like I would be jealous even if I could see. Why would I be? Or maybe that didn't even cross your mind. Man, why am I even talking about this? Oh my, oh my, oh my. This will not do it all.
Hey, yo! Forbidden. It should have been me, not him. For Snowman, that's crazy.
Let's just forget I said that. This isn't really how I wanted this conversation to go. I guess I was just assuming you'd be talking back by now. So I'm just talking and spinning my wheel device like an idiot. Maybe I don't actually know how I wanted it to go. I guess I could just shut up and skip ahead on your timeline a little, talk to you when you're alive. That would make sense, so I guess I will do that. But then, maybe if I did, I wouldn't actually say what I wanted to say. So, I'll just say it. Pardon me while I adjust the narrow fenestrated wall. To be honest, I'm nervous about this fight. But I'm still going through with it for a lot of reasons. To save my friends, or at least the ones who are still alive. Oh, and I guess to save reality itself from being totally fucked up. There's that too. But I think what's motivating me to win this fight the most is the possibility of getting to meet you when it's all over. Maybe I can finally put all this terrible stuff behind me. And I won't have to worry about being the best anymore, or proving what a ruthless killer I can be. Maybe I can try out whatever is supposed to be normal for a human. Who knows, it might not be as boring as it sounds. Maybe if you're not too freaked out by all the bad things I've done, or the fact that I am an alien, we could go on a date?
Oh, Vriska.
To redirect the view from this impropriety. Oh, goodness. Hate snow. Don't worry, it could be a human date, whatever that entails. No weird alien stuff, I promise. And no killing or murders, or even talking about killing or murders and such. Just whatever you like to talk about and think is cool. I could even be persuaded to watch more of your absurd human films. Do you like any others which feature that rugged human with the long hair and wounded arm? You know the one, the sweaty guy with the mutilated animal and the speech impediment. Those would be tolerable to watch, I bet. There. Oh, hi, Jade. Well, think it over. Before I go, I'll get in touch one more time later on when you're alive and maybe have something to say about it. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about your adult male guardian. I wasn't trying to be deceptive by not telling you. I decided not to because I didn't want to be the one to make you sad about it. Was that selfish of me? I don't know. You would have found out regardless, like we all did. there are things we care about that we just have to leave behind. It just sucks for those who aren't in as much of a hurry to leave it all behind as me. Wait, someone's coming. Hang on. I am a wonderful chaperone, as well as an excellent host. Frog!
Man.
Oh god, she's wearing her RP outfit. What the hell is she up to? Man, she's got her dumb dragon doll and everything. Guess she means business this time. Damn it, I've got to go deal with this now. Anyway, if you actually get around to reading any of this, thanks for listening, John. If my outrageously great luck has any say in the matter, we'll be meeting up in no time. Just please consider what I said. Okay. Later.
Oh, man. That's so sad.
Shoo. Tick. Tock. Tick. Heroic. Just.
Ah!
Stop! Clock's destroyed! 1001!
Oh my goodness. Oh no! The highly threatening. What's he doing here? Bro, he just shows up.
Oh, for crying out loud. Slick, I can tolerate many things from a guest. Curt manners, egregious womanizing, murdering the help, casual arson, even atrocious candy bowl etiquette.
All right, Jade and Dave versus Jack. How's this gonna go? Dead.
But it is the desecration of a priceless timepiece where I must draw the line. I'm afraid I now must insist that you take your beating quite personally. Break.
Whomp! Meanwhile, up there, oh, we got like 4 Daves. Frisco, wait. Oops, hold on. Hey, are you there? I did what you said, but I can't tell if it worked. Hello? You didn't fly off to fight Jack yet, did you? I hope not. Anyway, all that stuff you said sounds fun to me. I'll have hells of the Cage flicks in my libraries. I do not even care that you're an alien. You see, Cage is the universal constant which unites us all. Well, if you haven't flown away, I'll look forward to your message in the future. It'd be nice to talk about all the stuff that happened. Anyway, bye.
Oh god.
Hey.
Oh my fucking hell, this is so insanely awkward and sad.
What is?
Hang on. Heads.
Ooh, this is cool.
Whack. Hey.
Carcat, that was you? Where's Vriska?
She
what?
Shit. I feel like an asshole for reading this whole thing.
What whole thing? You mean what she wrote?
Yeah.
Why are you snooping around her computer?
Because... Wow, okay. So let me ask. Did you both actually like each other? Like, I mean something vaguely resembling actual, genuine, mutual sentiment or whatever, not some lopsided pining bullshit.
What are you talking about?
Did you like her, you windsock-headed shitmouth, is what I'm asking.
Well, yeah, why?
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll talk about it later.
Talk about what?
I need you to be able to think straight. We have an important shit to go over, and I don't have much time. And so on.
Otto Harley. Oh, he can't do it. Sure you can! Alright, like what? Plans. What plans? Never mind that. First, get out of the fucking blackout to a place where I can see you. Leave now, I'll contact you in a while once you've landed. Landed where? Lohack, obviously. Oh, obviously. Well, how else do you think you're gonna cause the scratch, idiot? Do you have any clue what's going on? Wait, of course you don't. You're wearing pajamas and giggling at clouds like one is shaped like the rudest bit of naked anatomy a human could recognize. No, I'm not. I mean, yes, I am wearing some pretty nice pajamas, but I know lots of things, like about the tumor, which I've already recovered. Wait, I mean, the tumor. Wait, fuck. I mean, oh, screw it. The big bomb, and some other stuff like that. I'm totally in the loop. Great, awesome, now get going. So I have to cause the scratch, huh? Okay, I'm done here. Talk to you in 1 second for me, one long fucking windy journey for you. Okay. Hi. You let me down, Slick. Adagio Redshift. Slick gets fucking ejected. Let's get down to business. Aren't you going to ask me how my journey was? No. It was long and windy, but a lot of fun. I really like flying. It's so much fun. Oh, I bet it's just the biggest fucking blast a guy can have without a pair of shame globes secured in his 2 trembling fists. You haven't tried it? Every douche got to fly but me. Even the... May he rest in peace, I fucking guess. Wait, is that the guy who Vriska killed? Oh god, you actually know about that? You know what? I give the fuck up trying to understand you and her. Why? Egbert, goddammit, will you shut your mouth and listen? Okay, but is something wrong? What? A while ago you talked to me and it sounded like you were in danger, and it sounded like some people died, but you never got to tell me what happened. And then I got distracted by a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, something is wrong, or was. A bunch of us died, the end. I don't really want to talk about it. Oh, are you sure? Yes, and not just because, oh, the clock is rapidly ticking down to something we're calling the critical moment, and no, I don't know what that is, so close your reeking question geyser before, or close your reeking question geyser before it asks. But I'm your friend, aren't I? Oh, God. Well, John, I can't handle talking about it, okay? I just got done dealing with Gamzee, and I'm feeling pretty emotional about it. So please, no. Who is Gamzee? He was my best friend. Really? I thought Terezi was your best friend. Or wait, maybe she was your girlfriend, I forget. My think pan, it hurts. It is presently threatening to make me its bitch, John. Is that what you want? Do you want your cool alien pal to become the bitch of a raw, throbbing think pan? Such is the scenario before us. Sorry, I don't mean to be nosy. I just want to know about some things about your situation. I'm concerned. Gamzee was my very good friend, who was this goofy, lovable bullshit clown until he went psycho and killed some people. I liked him a lot. I don't know, I guess my best friend is really just the guy I happen to be feeling the most sentimental to at the moment. Is that a fucking crime? No, I think I know how you feel. So he killed some people and then what? So then I... It's okay, you can tell me. John, trust me, you wouldn't understand. It's just a troll thing, humans wouldn't get it. You might think I was a shithead, and I can't deal with that now on top of everything, so let's drop it. Okay, if you say so. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot. I've been dying to know since I left the battlefield. Do you know if Rose is okay? Did it work? I thought I could rely on you of all people. Doof. She's fine. She woke up alive on Durst. Really? That's the rule, John. You kiss a dead player in time and their dream self takes over, assuming they still have one. Oh, wow. It's incredible you reached God tier status without even understanding the mere mundane means of resurrection available. Wait, your unfailing cluelessness made it the opposite of incredible. My mistake. So I guess it would not have worked on my dad then, or Rose's mom? No, but that is exactly what I wanted to picture happening behind the black curtain, John. You snogging up your dead-hatted man, Lucis. Thank you for that mental image. Or Rose's adult human woman, Lucis. Maybe a dead woman sweeps your senior. Maybe a dead woman sweeps your senior is more your cup of sauce, since apparently you are not a homosexual, whatever that even means. Not to speak of your race's absurd qualms with the notion of incest, which again, still I'm sort of wondering how that could even be a thing. Is that your game, Egbert? Have you ever had your eye on Madame Lalonde and you've been waiting for a convenient resurrection opportunity to bust out your most passionate smooch motifs kept in reserve, and in front of our dead female offspring, no less? Just shameful. Well, she is a very pretty lady, but that seems like a really inappropriate thing to think about, Carcat. You don't say. What are we even talking about anymore? I don't know. I am frankly pretty upset about finding them dead in the Magic Castle, and I guess I was wondering aloud if something could have been done, or at least maybe talk about it without angry tirades being involved. Exactly. You were embarking down Tragedy Lane, and we've got to stamp that garbage out. We can't have you getting all morose. Well, we got so many irons in the fire. Fuck. Loaded phrase. Forget I said that. Just calm your shit and forget your stupid guardian, like I did with my dear crab monster custodian, who I adored in no way whatsoever. You were being a douche. Wait, what am I saying? You're always a douche. Yes, thank you. Your dad was a crab monster? Shut the fuck up. We were talking about something important. Rose, remember? Yes. She's waiting on Durst for your bomb to be delivered. It will arrive safely a little later. Oh, great. How do you know it gets there? Jade told me. To do what it is you do best. Deadly firearms. Oh my god, wait, that's crazy. Oh, what a way to get a knockout. Jesus. Dave, no. Jade from further ahead on your timeline. Before my piece of shit clown bro made everything terrible here, she and I were hammering out these plans. I talked to her across pretty much the full spread of her timeline until the scratch starts and the feed cuts out. So I have a sense of the whole picture here, and it's my job now to put some things into motion. That's cool. It's nice to hear you're working together. I should pester Jade and see what she's up to. You should sit your ass tight and do the fuck what I tell you to fucking do. Oh. Carcat, if it was written by... Anyway, she and Dave do a lot of frog breeding, accelerating the process significantly by exploiting time travel with the help from me and Kanaya, since we were in charge of frog duties in our session. Frog duties? Wait, which one is Kanaya again? Don't interrupt, I'm following a train of thought. Okay, Kanaya is my other best friend, and she was the hero of space like Jade, which means she's the stoker of the forge and is basically in charge of frogs, which sounds... I know. You breed the right frog to make the universe you want to make, which is a long, arduous process. And I kind of fucked it up in my game, but that's a whole other story which I'll get to later, okay? Wow. Okay. She and Dave run into Jack, which I'm sure he must have saw coming because I've never seen anyone exploit time travel so shamelessly as him. Not even Aradia. Aradia? Just another dead troll, who cares? Stop frowning, she was already dead before she died. So she and Dave fought with him a while. Long story short, he died. What? But it's fine. I guess that was his plan, like some bizarre, useless last stand, even if he didn't tell Jade, who was pretty freaked out until I talked to her through it. Did she kiss him too? You're not supposed to kiss her, Mr. Noir. You're supposed to kill her. Whoa. Yeah, right there while Jack watched like a fucking creep. But it worked. Oh my god, Carcat, is this your shitty shipping grid is coming true before our very eyes? Haha, remember when you made that ugly thing? Who gives a fuck about shipping? Or my ludicrous stranglehold over all the topics concerning romance? I'm still talking. He woke up alive on Durst and met with Rose. That was the end of the line for Alpha Dave. To my knowledge, he doesn't time travel after that, and he and Rose stay on Durst waiting for the bomb until you start the scratch. But I can't see either of them because of the blackout lingering around Rose for whatever reason. Nobody knows what's up with that. Regardless, his job is to plot a course through the ring to find the sun. When he does, either he or Rose will deliver the bomb. I don't know which. Now leave, and never darken my door again. Oh, he gave him the gun. But now they don't have dream selves left. Whoever goes will be risking their life for good, won't they? That would be the logical extension of those facts, yes. This is unacceptable. Couldn't I do it? I'm apparently immortal because of this Gauthier business, so the bomb probably would not kill me. Okay, but don't you think there's a remote possibility that going on a suicide mission to save all of reality would count as a heroic death? Maybe I could try to not be all that brave while I do it? You asshole, of course you'd be brave. That tends to be what happens when you do something really fucking courageous. Yeah? I just don't want to lose anybody else is all. That's just how it is. I've lost friends for way more pointless reasons. You're all out of options here. You'd be risking death as much as they would. And they're better qualified to handle the mission as the Durstreamers. Jade's dream self is dead too, so she's out. Or, to be specific, her dream self is an overly emotional dog who went off on whimpering somewhere. I'm pretty sure she'll be completely useless. Oh yeah, she mentioned something about that. She said she prototyped her dream self. What happened with that? She doesn't like to talk about it. Kind of a sore subject. Why? She thinks she's selfish and completely hysterical, and I guess she hates the part of herself she represents. But I mean, the thing is, she spent a long time being dead and moving on. It's not like you can just bring somebody back and expect them to give a shit about all the stuff you think is important. I've tried to tell her that her sprite self is probably nowhere near as despicable as she's making herself out to be. Making out with herself to be. I mean, making herself out to be. Fuck, you know what I mean. Look, all I'm just saying, we've got flaws, even her. For all the shit she's given me on this very subject, she keeps herself dangling from a very high hook. She'd be doing me a major personal solid by making at least some attempt to get herself off. What the fuck did I just say? Wow. I meant let herself off. The hook. The fucking hook. It's a figure of goddamn speech. Raises eyebrows. Put those the fuck back down before my hot acid rage breath burns them off your idiotic face. Okay, I'm putting them back down as not suggestively as possible. What were we even talking about? It wasn't this, whatever this is. What is what this is? It's nothing, you shit. It has been the conversational equivalent of us whistling through our snort barrels while touching each other inappropriately. Was that another weird erotic slip of the tongue? No, that was me being worked up into this ridiculous fucking conniption and saying something inflammatory. God, how does that not be clear by now? Okay, well, what I am getting from this, aside from the possibility that Jade may or may not have kissed Dog Jade at some point, is that neither of them will be able to help with the bomb plan. That's exactly right. The pajama prodigy uses puzzle sponge today. Besides, Jade is responsible for the other important parts of the plan. For one thing, you'll have to wait for her to send you the code for the quills. You can't scratch the mesa without them. She got them from her denizen, or will later on the timeline, now that she lit the forge and woke the monster up. Aren't those the really tough to kill guys? Yeah. Did she kill him? Hell if I know. Her explanation of the entire encounter boiled down to, and I quote, shenanigans. Limited, limed for infuriatingly vague. Anyway, after she gives that to you, she then has to go through with the rest of the plan, which is making sure you all survive after the scratch, minus one of the Durstreamers, of course. The plan revolves around some really baffling hand-wavy mumbo-jumbo, which I don't really understand, but she told me to trust her about it because the info comes from a reliable informant. Whitened for the smug tool. It will involve something to do with a yellow lawn ring, which isn't the human word for it, it's just your word is so dumb I feel saying it. Word for what? I guess your entire escape plan somehow pivots critically around an unwatered piece of residential property? It doesn't matter what it means. Jade says she has this figured out, and I don't have time to do much but trust her. The point is, she's all booked up, and all too mortal. She won't be delivering the bomb, and neither will you. Okay, well, what about this? Since she's mortal, and I am not, sort of, and I don't need to do the scratch for a while, can I go help her? Maybe she could use some protection. Maybe that is what Dave was just trying to do when he temporarily died. Remember, Jack is still on the loose. He has killed Rose and Dave once, and me twice. No. Sweet bleeding Gigas, Edbert. You keep bragging about your immortality and then brainlessly announce plans to go off and do something heroic. You're going to have the shortest lifespan of any immortal in history. Sorry. Besides, it's a total non-issue. Jack wouldn't hesitate to stab you again, but he won't hurt Jade for some reason. If anything, you could use her protection. Really? I never noticed when looking through her timeline earlier. It wasn't until I was talking to her in those time frames and she told me. He just keeps following her around. I can see him off in the distance in some frames, just lurking there, shadowing her movements. It's incredibly disturbing. He lingers around her until the scratch begins, and I lose the feed, never once doing anything threatening. She says she thinks it's because Jack inherited loyalty of her Lucis. If she's right, I guess her Lucis really did offer her the most protection possible by prototyping itself, albeit by dooming us all, the idiot. Aw, that's actually kind of cute. Sadly, he holds no such loyalty for any of us here. He regards us all as ripe for repeated skewering. Oh, fuck. Maybe we should have all just dressed like Jade. I can't believe this stroke of genius only occurred to me now. I don't think he'd be fooled. Dogs have pretty good senses of smell. It was a motherfucking joke.
Will you look at this mess?
Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. If we can ride this out for a little longer until the critical moment and Dave and Rose can destroy the sun, Jack shouldn't be a threat. Conveniently, if they're successful, that will signal the beginning of our own escape plan. What's your plan? Apparently the explosion will be so huge it'll be visible at great distances throughout the furthest ring, even from different sessions like yours and ours. So you won't get to see it because by then your session should be wiped out by the scratch. But we will. The plan is to use it as a beacon and travel there as a rendezvous point. Rendezvous with who? We've got people there. That's what Jade tells me. Jade knows so many things lately. What's even her deal? Hell if I know. This is basically dream intelligence. Every time she goes to sleep, she has more to ramble about. She says I should go to sleep to find out. But I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to be napping between all these, making all these plans and getting persecuted by this demented honking asshole? So yeah, we'll meet in the aftermath of explosion with our people on the inside, or I guess I should say outside. I don't think they can come with us, though. Come with you where? Who are they? Dead people. As for where, it's not like we're going to stick around there forever. That would probably be depressing since we're not fucking ghosts. The scratch will reboot your session. Your whole universe, actually. So somewhere in this dreadful abyss, that new session will start up in its own insiposphere from scratch. Look at that. Another pun because of using that fucking word every other sentence. Kill me now. But if that from scratch, fucking LOL session, is what you're shooting for to survive, the idea is for you all to preserve yourselves by escaping there. Through the lawn ring? Yes. Once you're there, you'll help us find our way there too. And then we can all finally figure out what the fuck to do with the rest of our lives. Oh, so then, this is how we're supposed to meet. That's kind of exciting. Yeah, I guess if enough of us are alive by then to meet. So, I guess you're not worried about it turning into a huge sloppy makeout fest anymore. Ugh. Right, ha ha ha, John. You and Vriska better keep your hands to yourselves, or everyone's gonna be really uncomfortable. No interspecies funny business, is that clear? Blah! I'm convincingly flipping my lid about this, waving my arms around a lot, and making all the best yelling faces. Wow, look at that, it's time to change the subject again. Huh? Poof, subject changed. If it works and you wind up in the new session, that's why it'll be important to make sure one of the Durst Dreamers stays with you so they can help guide us there from the ring. Won't there be like other players in the new session? Like alternate universe versions of ourselves as such? Probably, but those chumps won't know anything about us or all of our plans, would they? Yeah, it's just kind of a weird thought. So out of everything we just talked about, this is the thing that has you tripping globes. Whatever you say. Whew! Ad break. My God. Shay, it's late. Can I go to bed? No! Did you miss Carcat? Bro, he just doesn't stop yapping. Yep, it looks like they called it. Fuck you, Cuomo. I know somewhere Jay Schlatt is popping the fucking champagne. Poop. Absolute fucking cinema. My God, this might be the best thing that's happened in a long time. Holy fuck, hopium in my politics. I can't believe this. Ugh. Finally, a young progressive. It's what I've wanted for so long. All right, ads over. Yeah, I guess it's sort of comforting too. If Rose or Dave have to go off and die, at least I get to see them in a way, again in a way. Even if I will only be alternate universe John to them, maybe my dad will be alive in that session too. Okay, maybe, but before you get too excited about that, you gotta make sure you get there first, which means you have to do what I say and stick to the plan. You need to focus on getting ready to start the scratch. The game doesn't make a hard reset that easy to pull off. Once you initiate it, the game throws everything it's got at you. Which is one reason why you're the best guy for the job, because of your superpowers and silly windy bullshit. Alright, I'll do my best. What should I do right now? Get prepared, make all the equipment you think you'll need, stay out of trouble. Wait for Jay to send that code, wait for me to contact you for the first time, and do your best to humor him while he ignorantly attempts to flame you back into the puddle of slime you crawled out of. Please. Oh man, our first conversation ever? I can't wait. Yeah, but can I just say something in my defense before that happens? I don't actually hate you, and I never did. I was deluding myself. Deep down, I'm sure I was pretty okay with you. Thanks, Carcat. That wasn't a fucking compliment. Aww.
This scrapbook is now in hopeless disarray. Feel free to examine the clippings while I tidy.
Click the panels. Oh, what? Whoa, flashback. Wait, how do I go back? Oh, so I can choose where to go with this? Whew, all right. I think we're going to call it a stopping point there. This seems to go pretty long. All right. That was fun. Appreciate y'all hanging out. And next session, I believe next session, chat, it's time to crash the internet, just like the good old days. I'm aware of Cascade. I've heard the name. I've heard the legends. I'll watch the thing after, Wolfle. I said I would do it after Act 5 closed. The, what is it, that one, the animation. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all hanging out and having a good time. I will see you all tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I appreciate y'all hanging out. Peace, everybody.